Are we live, gamers? Is it good? To be live? Did the video game begin? There we go. Hello. Welcome to the video gaming game. So today, what we're doing, we're playing a game that I watched a full playthrough of. So I'm not 100% blind going into this, but I'm like a little blind because there's different paths and stuff, and I haven't watched it since like last year. Technically 2 years ago. 2019. Whenever RT plays Sorcery, I don't remember when that was. Sorcery! Oma, it's good to see ya! Sorcery! I'm so excited. I need to set up the alerts again. So yeah, we're doing Sorcery, and I'm ecstatic for that. Let me set up my alerts again in my tweet. We're doing Sorcery, and I'm very excited. You're awake? That's good. Hope you get enough sleep. Just sending out some alerts. Posting some of these. So yeah, we're doing Sorcery. I'm so excited. The game is like dead silent for a bit. Sleep is for later. Yeah, I guess. Just make sure you get enough sleep, okay? Also, do tell me how the sound is once the game gets started, because it's ridiculous. Okay, it's silent right now because that's how it is. And I had to do something really weird with like the window capture. Carter, hello. What is this game? It's one of the best games ever created. It's like the best. No, wrong one. Hi. There we go. That's not the Sorcery one. Is that the Sorcery one? No. Wait, no. I had it here. There we go. There we go. I'm a professional streamer. As you know. It's Sorcery. It's one of the best games ever created. Let me close Steam. There we go. It's Sorcery. It's silent at the moment. It's because it is. Doing Sorcery, and I'm so excited. Professional streamer, you know it. And I'm a lady, so I'll play as a lady. It's quiet until now. How is the sound? Just a really long ad so you can explain it. You hear it? Oh no. Not gonna start yet. In a minute. People still need to hop in. Never heard of this game? RT did a full playthrough of it. In 2019 and 2020. He did a full playthrough of all 4 books. It's basically, it's like a storybook. It's a choose your own adventure storybook. That was actually a book at first, and then they turned it into like a game. And it's like, it's so fun. I've never played it. Oh, call my laddie, hello. You doing good? That's good. So I watched RT Game do a full playthrough of this, so I'm not... Yeah, he did! It's like the longest videos on like the channel. Because like the third book was like 8 hour stream, and I was there. Yeah, he did. It's just so good. The first book I think is the shortest. I don't know if we'll do the entire book today. We might do just like part of it, maybe. So basically, it's a choose your own adventure book, and it's like fantasy, and it's like it's good. You still watched it all. It makes sense. Those videos, the videos on his channel are like from the actual streams, and they're long. Where's the chaos, Kevin? That's up to us. It's a choose your own adventure, so we're gonna find out. How is the audio? As I say, as the music literally just quieted itself because it went through its full thing. 8 hour stream pog. How chaotic. That's up to us. It depends. What's the length of the book depends on how we do. And I haven't really played too many video games. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Also, narration. It's so good. I love it. I'm ecstatic. It's like one of my favorite RT games he's ever. It's one of my favorite games that RT's ever played. I'm so excited. Chaos. I'll give you narration. Skelly Punk, hello. It's good to see you. Hi. How's it going? Murder everyone. Maybe. Also, narration time. Once the music comes back, tell me it's not too loud, because I feel like it's pretty loud, and I hope not. I can always quiet it. It's going good. I'm glad to hear that. How you doing? I'm doing good. Yeah, doing good. I'm playing Sorcery. Full 4 books in one stream? That would be... Oh jeez, how long would that be? That'd be a long stream. That'd be like 12... That'd be like 20-hour stream or something. Talk, hi! It's good to see you! Welcome back. Got a bunch of epic gamers here to play Sorcery. I'm really excited for Sorcery. So excited. If you don't know who RT Game is, he's an Irish content creator. And he's an absolute nerd. And I mean that in the best of ways. He's an absolute, like, book nerd, just a full-out nerd. And he played this on stream. I didn't catch the first book stream because I wasn't watching Twitch at that point. But I caught the other 3. And it's just, it's so good. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Okay. We should probably begin. I'm just too excited. Speedrun the whole series. Oh no. The entire series. That would take forever. It'd be fun, but that would take forever. Okay. You walk the wilds of Kakabad, through Kare and the spiteful Bachlands, all the way to Mompeg. I don't remember how to say. I don't know how to say anything, because it's like, it's kind of English, but kind of not. You survived traps, thieves, serpents, and vengeful gods. Now is here the crown of kings. It is said the crown was never forged, only found. By Kalana the Reformer, a lowly foot soldier became emperor of the Eastern world. Oh no. Such is the power of the crown. The air around it crackles with influence. Take it! Wait. Oh god. What should we do? It's the first choice. Should we take it or should we wait? It's the crown. It's the crown. What should we do? You've never seen this game before? Oh, you're in for a treat. This is a great game. It's so good. Take it. Oh no. Should we take it? I would wait, to be honest. But should we take it or not? I should probably say this now. I'm not completely blind, like, playing this game because I watched an entire playthrough of it. But there's different. This is like a choose your adventure, so there's different paths and stuff. So I'm like partially blind. But partially not, you know. Take it? You guys want to take it? Alright, we're taking it. What's gonna happen? Your destiny awaits with the crown in your hands. Be as powerful as Chalana. The goblins are arming. The giants are awaking. Secret options. And the birdmen carving out cruel daggers from stone. War will come, but you will prevent it. But then the image of the crown begins to flicker. You rush forwards, and it's a trap! Oh no! And you startle yourself awake. You're alone, exhausted, in a little hut in an outpost settlement. Your unimaginable journey is not even a single step begun. Work on a collection for each decision. I mean, yeah. Hinkle presents. Oh, look at the map. Steve Jackson, Sorcery. We're doing Sorcery. I'm so excited. Part 1, the Shamutani Hills. Shamutani Hills, that's who it is. It's our character. We're here. Try to remember everything from when RT played. We got stamina, gold rations. That's our, like, god that we can pray to, I think. We have our spell book. We have our items. There's a center. So I think we just, like, how do you progress? Unmark. It is sunrise. You dress, breakfast on bed, and goat's milk. And collect the pack and sword from beside your bed. Test the blade, pray for luck, or leave the hut. Which should we do? Every single vote has a 66% majority. It's a map. Yeah, it's a map. Pray for luck? Should we pray for luck? Gotta get that good luck, that's true. Alright. There's the gun. We don't have a gun. Is there even guns in this game? It's kind of medieval fantasy, so I don't know if there's guns. Alright, we're gonna pray for luck. Before you leave, you close your eyes and raise a prayer to your spirit guide. This morning it has the form of a panther. But what will it become once your journey begins? A great calm descends on you. Outside the hut, you hear the outpost settlement stirring into life. Should we test the blade, or should we just go? Everyone has a gun. Oh no. Would you punch? Oh no. They haven't invented it yet in this universe, I think. Test it? Should we test it? We'll test it. Why not? You pause to test the blade of your sword against your thumb. The blacksmith has done well. The edge is keen and draws a narrow line of blood. Alright, it's time to go. Time then to depart. You lift back the flap of your hut and step into the early morning sunshine. Draw a path to the flag. Ooh, fancy. Eyes follow you as you leave the hut and walk towards the great Shomatani wall. The frontier peoples of this tiny settlement are all well aware of your mission. Should we greet them or ignore them? What do you think? They know what we're gonna do. We know what our journey is, what we must accomplish. Greet them? Let's greet them. You turn to them and bow. Some smile and reply. Greet them with your gun. Oh no. But are too afraid to approach. Others make gestures of protection. You are going beyond the wall, so they believe you to be cursed. A man is waiting for you on the path to the Cantopani Gate, the final door between Analand and the wilds of Kakaband. You recognize the sergeant as the Sightmaster Warriors. He holds out his hand. Also, this is actually from it's Choose Your Interest storybook, so there's actual illustrations and drawings. And this art style is gorgeous. I love this art style. I've tried to draw in it, and it's so pretty. There's him waiting. It's so cool. I know. Greetings, Sergeant, or get out of my way. What should we say? Yeah, there's such an insane amount of detail, I swear. Should we greet him, or should we just yell at him to get out of our way? It's beautiful. I love the art style in this game. It's gorgeous. Greet him because he has authority. Okay. Greetings, Sergeant. He touches his forehead with 2 fingers. You're almost ready, my lady, he says. I have a gift for you from the king. 24 gold pieces. That's a lot. It is all we can spare this time. He holds out a pouch. I think we should probably take it. I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. It's very sweet. You accept the gift graciously. Thank you. You should buy some supplies before you pass the wall, the sergeant says, and you must collect your spellbook if you wish magic to aid you. Finally, should you wish to practice your swordplay, I will go one last round with you. And he points the staff towards the training ground. Okay. We should do all of these things, because that'd be smart. Let's get the spellbook first, because this is magic. And we can do magic stuff in this game, and I'm very excited. One of the huts, set slightly back from the others, is decorated with glyphs and strange symbols. A terrible smell emanates from the doorway. This is the hut of the chief mage. He has been preparing your spellbook for days, reading star charts to work out which spells would be available to you in the different locations in the hills and beyond. We have to have the book. Is someone dead? Oh no. Go inside. You lift the flap and go inside. The mage looks up at you with haggard, sleepless eyes and presses the book into your hands. Do you understand how to use this? He asks. No, tell me, actually. I don't know how to do it. Each spell is crafted to the alignment of 3 stars, he begins. The spell Zap, for example, is by aligning Zarathustra, Agabus, and Pini. But that is not important. What matters is that the spell is what the spell is called, and what it does. Zap will give you control over lightning, Hot will create a fireball, Foff will create a force field around you. Shall I continue? Tell me more. I'm learning. Or a spirit change. The mage nods. The last spell is formed from Lilith, Agus, and Wex, and allows you to control the will of unintelligible creatures. The wall spell is quite different and uses different stars. The order matters, you see. Wall creates an invisible barrier. You'll find the rest in the book. He adds, tapping the leather-bound volume. I want to know more. The mage looks surprised. Well, the Dop spell is useful for walk, will shield you in battle, and dumb will cause clumsiness. He traps absently in his ear. Remember, some spells will cost you effort to use, but ones that don't will not work without a focus. An item of some kind. You will need to read the book to know that. Research magic. Use spellbook button on the map. Okay. Tell me how to shoot. No guns. Yes, guns. Oh no. I don't think there's guns in this game. Okay, we should buy rations. That'd be smart. Small traders in the settlement supply the Sightmaster warriors with weapons, armor, food, and clothing. You go over with the sergeant to a stall selling flatbreads and cheese. 2 gold pieces per ration, the owner says. Let's see, should we buy 1 ration, 2 rations, buy more, or haggle? I think we should buy some rations. Rations. I keep saying rations. Rations. Oh no. I think we should probably buy more. Be smart. You check your pack. There's room for plenty inside. Let's see that. I'm doing some math too. That'd be 8. That would be. Let's see. That'd be 12. That'd be half. What are you murders? We can get to murdering later, but you know, for now, I'm trying to make sure our character survives at least a bit. And should we get 4? 6. 6. Yeah, that'd probably be best, just in case. Okay, 6. I'll give you that for 10. That's perfect, actually. Hand over coins, and the man places 6 rations carefully into your pack. You make sure you eat every day or you will suffer. The sergeant tells you standing at your side. Eating more will give you extra strength, but it's not necessary. Check the contents of your pack using the items button at the map. Okay. Nay, murder. Okay, let's practice fighting. Because I don't know how to fight in this game. You walk with the sergeant to the training ground and he wraps the base of his staff in leather. Ready my sword. To begin, the sergeant says practice stances for to defend yourself. Okay, choose your attack by dragging your character sideways. To defend, say fully left. Defend. The Sightmaster is a powerful enemy. By defending, you receive the minimum damage from attacks he makes. Lightning attack, savings energy against your defense. Strongest, for full attack, more power, otherwise you made best to defend yourself. Alright, okay. Strong attack. Charge. Ha ha ha. Play a strong attack, overpowering the Sightmaster Sergeant. He bows, you have finished me excellent. See, I'm not skilled with swordplay. Hey, we did it. My favorite weapon in psychology. We do! Just committed murder. He's still alive. This time. So you remember the basics. Another round. Oh no. Favorite weapons knowledge. I mean, same. Should we get like XP? Well, you get to murder enemies that are trying to kill you. And sometimes you can gain like money or something from them if you rob them, I think. So, should we train again or are we good? I think, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, just figure out if you need to defend or attack. I'll figure it out. No, we'll train again. No, train again just in case. Ready your guard. Defend. Charge. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. No stamina loss. Excellent fighting. Good, good. Excellent around. I think we're good. Very good, Sergeant agrees. If you wish about in earnest, then I shall warn you, I will not go easy on you. Indicates the wider yard where there's a space for a true match. Should we fight in the yard or should we approach the gate? What do you think? It might be good to get more practice in, like, to fight him again to kind of figure out how to fight, you know? Y'all having tea in the chat. Also, we can look at our items. We have our spell book. 48 spells. See, we have spells here. We can see them when we need to use them. There's drawings in here. Spellbook time. And then you can collect items, and then you can cast these. And how much it costs. Such a cute little game. I love this game. I watched the entire playthrough and I like fell in love and I had to get it. And now I'm playing it and I love it already. It's so pretty. There's so much. There. See, there's an interesting spell there. Treasures? We just have our gold. Weapons. Just have our sword. Rations. Just have 6 meals. Okay. We should probably fight in the yard. I wanna just try it. Try to actual fight. Gotta prepare myself. Oh, you're Irish! Ah, neat. It's getting late for you over there. And you just told me to get out? Oh no. I've never really had tea. I'd like to try tea sometime. Hot water. But like flavored hot water. Never do you like to I've never had tea actually. I've had like green tea and it wasn't too bad. But I was only like a couple times. I need to like drink tea sometime. I don't like coffee. I've never really had coffee, but I don't like the smell of coffee. I think I would like tea, but I don't think I would like coffee. Tea sounds lovely. I don't like warm beverages. I like my cold beverages. I do love hot chocolates. Hot chocolate's delicious. I like my cold beverages. I drink milk like every single day. Every meal. Like refrigerated milk. So we refrigerator milk over here. In the States. Hot chocolate's okay. It's not bad. As long as it's not boiling hot. Yeah. You know. What's Milo? You prefer juice? I'm not a big fan of juice, actually. I'd rather have, like, pop or soda. You know, 2 a.m. water. Oh, it's an Aussie thing. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're Australian. Oh, no, it's the crunchy hot chocolate all over again. We can have a top of cold milk. Okay, that sounds not too bad. Okay. Returning sorcerer. You head over to the yard to practice a bout of real fighting. The sergeant removes the coloring pad from the base of his staff. Get flashbacks, mythical stream. Of course, I unsheathed my sword. So I'm not telling you my intentions. You have to read them for yourself to be ready. Defend. Site Minister smiles at you and raises staff in salute. He readies his stance. You drop into a defensive crouch immediately. The Site Master will not be trifled with. Comes in you with a tough blow, balancing his strength. You escape mostly uninjured. I think I'll defend. You hold firm and keep up your defense as he tries to bash, but you duck. Fast work, he grunts. You're largely unhurt. Your eyes fall to his shoulders. He's probably gonna defend himself. A strong hit would be wasteful now. I'll probably just defend again. You circle around him at arm's length. He hangs back and watches you in return. His guard's coming up, conserving his energy so his next strike can be stronger. Should I fight or? You can do it with the spoon. Let's see. I think I should fight like a jab, like a little boop. Like a little boop. Like a little boop, you know? Time to attack, you swing out your blade, going fast, saving your energy. I'll wear you out, you declare. His own weapon is raised in defense. He smiles. He is left breathless, but not seriously hurt. He's defending. Defend. Oh, smart. I did defend. You drop into a crotch. He powers them forward with the cry. It only tires him out. You escape mostly unharmed. He watches your footwork closely. He observes and gathered crowd murmuring expectation. Do they expect a violent blow from you or him? I feel like he's gonna attack, so I'll do like a side swipe. Acting quickly, you spike forward with your sword, mean and vicious. His staff is lifted to protect himself. He grins. I saw that coming. He laughs. He pushed aside your sword stroke, only suffering a minor wound. Says, simple jab, perhaps. Okay, we'll do a cut. We'll do a thrust. Oh. Relentlessly, you cut and thrust, keeping him pinned. You rush forward with a deep, heavy slash. These kinds of metal in them. Oh no. Oh, no. They're not crunchy. Why would you eat them? Forward and a deep, heavy slash, but his own move is fast and careful, and he's able to parry the very aggressive strike. Not bad. He's clearly weakening. He's ready for a strong attack. We're gonna defend that. You have your defenses. He attempts a stronger stroke. Well done, he grumbles, panting from the wasted effort. You're largely uninjured. The base of his staff is moving protectively. Or defend again, because I feel like he would defend there. Afraid to try me, he goats and circles away. I do a little side swipe. Leaping in action, you low sleep with your blade, slow and fast. His lone weapon's position against his body in defense. He smiles. His breath begins to heave. He's strong upright. He feints left. I'll do another side swipe. Ah. It's just me off guard. Last with your body close, you're ready to parry. He catches passing slice across your cheek. The impact catches you in the side. A mutter goes through the crowd. The king is truly rich and such a champion. The words sputter on. They stand once more to narrow your eyes at the sight master. He loosens his staff grip. Oh, he's about. Jab. Ah. I'm losing. Julie, it's good to see you. We're having some interesting chats in the chat, and we're playing Sorcery. Classic. The sergeant's light singing jab makes mockery of your own attempt to swordplay. We're fighting for real. I would have taken your arm. I'm gonna go ahead and cut. Yeah, I got him. Feigning left, you swing your sword fast towards his chest. It's enough to finish him. So he's on staff. You finished me, he declares with a grin. 8 stamina left. It's shameful. We'll try that again. Now that I know what I'm doing. I'm learning how to fight. Julie, it's good to see you. How you doing? 3 CML, that's not bad. I will go with it. So faster, chest is enough to finish him. He throws down the staff. You have me, declares with a grin. Yeah. Oh. Doing good. Also, heck yeah, sorcery, heck yeah. Doing some sorcery. Yeah, you can 3D print like anything. You can 3D print organs. You do a lot of things with technology. You can afford it. 3D printing's expensive. Sergeant is gasping for breath. He bows to you once more. Very good, he nods. Though you will need to protect yourself better out there. As he talks, a nearby healer hurries over with a salve, and your health in the sergeant's is quickly restored. Nice. Let's approach the gate. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, 2511. Hello. It's good to see you. How you doing? Oh, thank you for the follow, friend. You didn't know I streamed? Yeah, I do. I need to catch one of yours sometime. Oh, I see you stream. I need to catch one. I mean to do that. It's good to see you. How you doing? Playing a little sorcery. It's a fun game. So much fun. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. You're chilling? That's good. Yeah, the chat here is always lovely. The chat's just vibing. You know. Just having a vibe. Something's even punny. Oh, the puns though. Those puns. Love the puns. Puns is the best part. Okay. So this game is Sorcery. It's like a fantasy choose your own adventure, and it's so lovely. Such a good game. You're gonna lurk now, but catch you later? Alright, have a lovely day. It was good to see you. Hope you have a lovely lurk. Okay. You reach the foot of the mighty gate. It is sealed. The sergeant places one hand on the wood. The gate has been locked for some time to deter raiders, he tells you, but you will have no difficulty. The stars in this place allow Dop spell to be crafted. He stands back. Cast a spell. Spell casting time. Spell casting time. Spell casting time. Click the letters to find a spell. You weave the spell. One by one, the great tumblers of the door begin to creak and groan. Then the hinges turn with a noise like hail on a canvas roof. These gates have not been opened since our last champion was lost, the surgeon says. I wish you more luck than he. Perhaps you will even meet him on your travels. You use this as a podcast to drawing? Oh, that's great. Yeah, I noticed you followed me on Twitter. Thanks for that. I followed you back. It's magic. It's actual magic. Hope your drawing goes well, Julie. You did it. Yay! Here he's dead. If I overtake him, then he is too slow. This does not concern me. What should we say about the previous champion who is presumed dead? Could have just used a key. I mean, we honestly just use a key, you know? So should we say about the previous champion? I fear he's dead. If I overtake him, he's too slow, or that does not concern me. What should we say? No concern, we have to avoid the Pope. So cute. Oh, is that where it's from? I never knew where it was from. Okay. No, this does not concern me. This does not concern me. The sergeant nods. Very well. I've never played Binding of Isaac. It looks very difficult. Let's enter the gate. Together you step into the shadow of the wall. One last word, he declares. When you have the crown, find the highest point you can. We will all be watching. Like 200 plus hours. Jeez, you still haven't finished it. What? Understand or watching from where? Watching from where? From here. The Sight Mastered Warriors are selected from birth for their incredible powers of telescopic vision. You cannot help you cannot help but wonder how far he can see. Tell me what lies ahead. Trying to save up your epic gamer points to ask your psychology fast? Fact? Pog. That's great. Tell me what lies ahead. Oh no. See, oh no. No, don't tell me don't tell me Twitch is dying. Please. I beg of you. The path that leads first to Cantopani, a settlement of traders, though most are rogues and thieves. You should be there before the sun has reached its peak. From there, 3 routes lead on to Cristani, but no single route is safe. Kakaban is the land of the devils. And beyond Kare? I cannot see so far, but once you have crossed the city port of traps, you will enter the Bachlands. No, what happened? This is getting streamed worldwide. Oh no. What happened? Is the stream good? We good? Oh no. Oh, it says it's unstable. Oh no. No, Twitch. No, hon. I'm just trying to stream Fable. Not Fable. I want to play Fable. I want to stream Fable sometime because I really want to play it. I just want to stream Sorcery. Into the Blacklands. They say that day and night they were controlled by forces other than the sun. And from Kare, too, your progress will be watched. Time to go. Striding away, you pass through the gate. This is the folk watching your department reveal the hopes that rest on you in your quest. You lost all your epic gamer points? How? Oh no, Twitch. You're nearly there for the fact? Ooh. Oh, rip Oma. Resting you in your quest. The early morning air is crisp, and the rising sun paints the slopes in the shades of peaceful beauty, concealing the evil eyes ahead. Twitch is dying. Oh no, Twitch, hon. Twitch, please. Twitch, come on. Almost there? Okay, let's go into Kakaband. A minute. Ick, hello! Twitch is dead. Twitch is dead. Hi, Ick. It's good to see you. Twitch is, in fact, dead. It's dying. I'm not lying about that. It's literally just dying. Seems so. Well. It's Twitch. Let me know if you can see it, though. Do let me know if it comes back. That would be good. Okay. Path winds through slopes of wild scrubland. The countryside is deserted, and the eerie silence is broken only by the cawing of the occasional crow. Crow! Found crow in the chat. Buffering or dead? That's a good question. Taking a screenshot for Crow. Our friend Crow, who's also a mod. He's a very smelly nerd. There's a spell for hearing what they say, which you do not have the equipment it requires. Birds appear to pause in the air to examine you as they pass. They make you uneasy, as if you're an intruder in their presence. Pausing and going, no. Keep walking. Barely an hour beyond the wall, the air begins to grow foul. Shanamonte hills are infested with the pestilence of the Bachlands. It saps the energy from your body and leaves you weak and nauseated. Weak. Let's cover my mouth. Let's wear a mask. Wearing a mask is important. You cover your mouth with your neck scarf, but it does you no good. You were warned. They warned you of this. You'll grow accustomed to it the longer you are out here, but for the moment you must be very careful. Max stamina is just decreased. If reaches 0, you'll be too tired to carry on and we will die. Stamina can be regained to the maximum by eating rations or resting. We should eat. Okay, let's have some food. Let's eat. I know I didn't need to eat, but that's okay. It's much better than yesterday. Okay. Should we go to a low rise or travel cross country? What does the fox say? Let's go. Let's travel across country. Path to Kantapani is long and winding and will lose you a day. Instead, you turn off the path and strike north through the knee-high grass. The journey starts with a stiff climb that takes several hours, but from the top, you have a good view of a plain of yellow grass. And just north of that, a village of rude huts that do not look like human dwellings. To your left, the gigantic wall looms, throwing shadows at the lap at your feet. Back at the wall or strike forwards? Let's look back at the wall. Casting a glance at his height, you see a familiar figure with his arm raised. He can see you, of course. He's standing on the battlements so he can watch your progress. Time to strike on, then. The wind whispers through the long grass, beckoning you onwards. But there might be rats and worse in those fields, so you might be safer cutting across the river and following the bank. Okay. Let's go to the riverbank. I'm from the Midwest. I know what it's like. You do not go in the tall grass unless you are familiar with it. You crest the rise, heading roughly north towards the riverbank, where you should be able to pick up the path once more and make faster progress. As you head down the hillside towards the riverbank, you spy some movement in the distance, something happening at the water's edge. Let's just keep going. Ignore it. You stride further on through the grass. Whatever's there, you'll meet it boldly. During hours more walking, the movement by the river has resolved itself a little. It's back? Oh. That's good. You know, for the fact now when you choose it whenever you want. Whatever's there, you will meet it boldly. After an hour's more walking, the movement by the river has resolved itself a little. There are 3 figures moving around by the water, perhaps fishing. There's something quite strange about them. Let's approach the creatures cautiously. You begin to make the way down the hillside. The grass gives out and you begin to scree gravel, with the occasional patch of sharp gorse that tugs and snags at your tunic. There's barely earth, there's just sheer rock. The place is a thinly disguised wasteland. So your foot slips and you lose your balance beneath your feet. The slope has turned to a steep drop and you're sliding down and you only second decide what to do. Random psychology fact. Start buffering, you know. Maybe you want it. The top of my head. There's so much psychology. Give me like a subtopic and I can get you one. Let's see. Something interesting is that, you know, like in the news, like how they like report stuff, which is what they do. But like, so when they report an event that like so much that it seems like it occurs a lot, but in reality it doesn't occur very much. Like shark attacks, for example. Just got a network here. Oh no. You never get a refresh. Excuse me. So like, basically, the more you see something in the news, the more like your brain thinks it's gonna happen. But in reality, it's not very likely. That's the same thing with like things that are very common that are like underreported. You don't think they're gonna happen, even though they're more likely to happen. It's working again? Like basically that's what you refresh 3 times. Oh no. So yeah. So basically, the more frequently something is reported in the news, more likely you're gonna think that's gonna happen, even though if it's unlikely. And the less that something's reported, like the less you're gonna think it, the less you're gonna think it's gonna happen, even if it's something that's very common. There's your fact. The dying again? Is Twitch dying again? I don't know. I mean, it's fine right now. Everything looks normal on my end. I think it's fine right now. So, right, there's your psychology fact. You're welcome. Okay. So, should we stab him to the ground? Try to fall well. Or cast a spell. Isn't there float? Or do we not know float at this point? So, because we could sure. We can't stab the sword into anything because we just crash. Restrain delay 5 minutes. Oh, okay. A delay is better than nothing. Let's cast a spell. There's like one that's like a floating one, isn't there? No, Zap's lightning. Hot. Is there... Fall. Float in air. That one. You cast the enchantment quickly feel it work as you rise an inch or so above from the painful gravel below. You're still falling, but more slowly, and indeed when you land by the riverbank, it is with a gentle cushioned thump. The buffering stopped? That's great. But the noise in your fall has attracted the attention of the creatures by the water. 2 of them are now on either side of you with long sting-like swords drawn. Their heads are cocked a little to one side. One of them steps forward and speaks in the common tongue. What are you, careless creature? I'm nobody. The creature laughs. For nobody, you make quite a lot of noise. I thought you were gonna bring the mountain down on us. Let's laugh. This is a good situation. I was just in it. Yeah, Twitch does that. You laughed well, companionly. Luckily, I'm still alive. You agree. See, unluckier, the creature replies, his voice still washed and careless. No, let's just walk away from this situation if we can. Now to the creatures. I need to be going. And make the step away, but they close in front of you. The leader draws a second sword from his belt. What's catching up? Okay. This valley belongs to the Elven. Fools and traveling players are not welcome by river. You would put us in danger. I mean you no harm. Oh, you missed it? Ah, right. Also, Nightbot says you have to hydrate or else. It's important. You have to do it. Harm? What do you know of harm? The creature replies hotly. Have you lived to see your village overrun by goblins? Have you worked to turn your own homes into death traps to capture martyrs? We elven are creatures of the sunlight. We move into the shade with the weakness of your king, Analander. The king who lost the crown, and we will suffer for it. I go to recover that crown. Oh no. The creature shakes his head. Then we are all doomed. A champion who might climb down a hillside. We would do better to skewer you now while you still breathe. The creature flashes twin blades. There's no time for magic. Very well then, you'll face him in combat. Okay. Let's defend. I will teach you why the Elven have such a fearsome reputation, the creature declares. He drops back, using both his scared swords to cover him. Attention crouch. Two of you watch each other patiently. The ship's left. Let's do the sideswipe. Enough of this. Striking deeply. Subtopic interrogation. Interrogation? Oh, I'll get back to you after this fight. I'll think on while I'm fighting this Elven. Enough of this. Striking deeply, you aim for his midriff, but he has enough balance to turn and deflect most of the force of the blow. The Elven is badly bruised. He dodges right. And a lunge. Just a cut. You show no mercy. You power a cutting blow at his chest, but he's cautious enough to catch and rebuff most of the impact. The Elven gasps and giggles maniacally. You see blood trickling from under his mail shirt. Follow me. Hello, it's good to see you. Cool, nice fact. Yeah. Interrogation. I don't know much about interrogation actually. But something cool about if you know the Stanford prison experiment. Like something similar to that Stanford prison experiment was an experiment done in the 70s by Stanford University in California. Like basically they randomly assigned students to either be guards or prisoners, and it basically turned into like an actual prison. Like the power got to their heads. I'm not kidding. Like this is a whole ethical nightmare. This is like why they had developed some of the more ethics in psychology and stuff. Like they wouldn't let some of the prisoners leave. They wouldn't like. It was a whole mess. You can read more about it. It's absolutely fascinating. And stuff like the guards like mistreated them. You know, basically turned into like a legitimate prison. And at some point, both parties forgot that it was all make believe. The only thing that divided them was what their roles and what they were wearing. That's it. They completely forgot about that in like the span of like a week. A week. It's like it's so interesting. Yeah. It's just interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Let's cut him again. That's sideswipe. Oh no. Humans are weird. And the elfin gets for hand healers forward, but he is strong. He guides forward, one blade slash from the air. Check for blood, but see none. Oh, thrust. You feel blood lust upon you, slash him forward through the shallows. You heave a heavy swing, good enough to cleave him into. The elven gasp as his last as you run through him. Did someone die in this? I don't think anyone died in the Stanford prison experiment. I don't think so. I don't think so. None of the like the psych studies I learned about like ethically wise, that none of them ended in death. I remember. And most, like, a lot of people did have psychological trauma. Yeah, if you refresh, the delay does go away. Okay. Just never lost. Not bad. We'll eat after this. Oh no. As you swipe your sword on the tunic of the dead creature, you see the second creature gesturing something behind you. Wait, weren't there 3 creatures that there were ranked before? A moment later, something strikes you in the back of the head, and then everything goes black. Oh no, we've been captured. Wait. Can I eat? No, I'll eat. Might be good. Oh, let me make sure I haven't have anything stolen. I just have my sword. I don't have anything at this point. We've been captured, lads. We've been guns again. Oh no. Still halfway between sleeping and waking up, you feel the presence of your spirit, the gorilla, close nearby. Its form has changed since you left Analand, just as you have changed, but it's still walking beside you. In the temple, they taught you that a prayer to your spirit could heal diseases, lift curses, and even save you from certain death. But the spirits are not generous. They often decline. How often? Pray for healing. You're on your own for the time. You're back. That's great. You're tied up on the floor of a hut. You are not alone. You hear the scuffle of many feet. Let's look around. Just shoot the kidnappers. We don't have a gun. We have magic, but I think our hands are bound at the moment. Let's do the trick. Oh no. You flip open your eyes, taking care to lie still. You see your belongings lying a short distance away in the dirt. Around you to patter tiny feet, and a few more feet hover a few inches above the ground. Elvins, then. Wait. The guard, noticing you're awake, leans out the door and calls sharply. Soon a small crowd is gathered around you. Oh, there's the crowd. They're gathering. Oh, fox. Oh, they don't look too happy. One, evidently some kind of leader, floats over to you and plants his blow in your stomach. That is for our kinsman, he chitters. He was a fool to provoke you, but you could have scolded him. You did not need to kill him. I'm sorry for your loss. The elven chief looks at you with a serious expression, his face clearly unaccustomed to. Perhaps you speak the truth. You have the aspect of honor. Have you seen the Scribble Nuts videos from RT? Oh, of course I have. The chaos. Shoot him dead, the blood red. Well, if the elven don't have red blood, I don't know what happens. I love RT. RT, he's a good bean. He played this game actually, and this is why I'm playing it, because I loved his playthrough of it, so I'm playing it. So I'm like half blind playing this. It's interesting. It's interesting playing a game that I've already seen a playthrough of, but I haven't seen it in like since it was uploaded in 2019, so it's been like a year and a half. Nature connotation. Yeah. RT. Yeah. He makes a gesture to the other elven who approach. You tense, expecting blows, but instead they open your pack and begin to sift through the contents. You will take the price of our man, the chief declares. We are creatures of joy and mischief, but today we will do nothing but trade. So to watch RT's playthrough of this game. Oh, it's so good. I watched the video of the first book, and then I was there for the streams of the last 3 books. And those are all like 6 to 8 hours long. I was there the entire time. The amount of actually, rip. Like seriously, like yeah, these books aren't short. They're pretty long. I'll probably like pause like at some point and continue this another time. Probably do each book in at least like 2 sittings over the course of the next several months. Because classes start soon, so I don't have time, unfortunately, to play. If I for all the streams the whole time, makes sense. They were very long streams. Excuse me. Should I say that was fair? But untie me first. That's fair. That's fair. The chief nods once. The elfin roof through things with a brutal efficiency. Take them when they fancy and toss the rest back to you. Then they pick you up, carry you like a sack of the village, leave you and pile inside like a sack of waste. You never saw the first book, you saw the other books. You still know why circles are evil? Circles are very evil. Just avoid circles. They're evil. Watch them just after the first book. Okay. Well, this is the first book, so you're in for a treat. But you need context for the 3 books that you played for the first book. Circles are evil. Look at this. They're evil. He has a circle emote. It's a sorcery emote. Watch tidbits. No idea. You know why? Because its circles are evil. Exactly. Let's get up. You try to stand, but your legs are still tied. The elven tranced down, laugh loudly, almost as an afterthought. One returns his barred knife. For a moment, he holds it near your throat and then slices bonds of arms. Then he turns and runs off into the trees. Get up. What circles ever do? A lot. Oh, circles. They're circles. They're traps. Circle. You stand slowly, battered and bruised. You rub the blood back into your wrist. Then you finally look around your pack. Your provisions have been taken. All your gold has gone. Still, there are small mercies. You have your neck, shoulder in your pack. You start to walk once more. Well, we lost our money and our food. It's a great idea. At the bridge. You hurry away from the scene of humiliation and reach the river once more, but now the path goes across it. Beyond you can see a long, wide track with trees lining the left edge, and a wide field of grass on the right. In the far distance, a curl of smoke indicates a village. The evening is beginning to draw in. It would be good to reach town before the light is gone. Let's test the bridge. Always test your bridges, because that's smart. Before crossing, you make sure to test the guy ropes of the bridge to ensure it is sound. but it seems safe enough. Satisfied, you make your way across the boards. In the middle of the bridge, a man stops you. Halt, he declares. This is my bridge, and across you must pay the toll. The troll toll. It's Danny DeVito. We found Danny DeVito. How much? I will pay nothing. For what? Let's say for what? For what? You look over the aged guy ropes the warp boards. What does there pay for? Think these bridges live themselves? Think it's easy to live out here, an outcast from Castani trying to feed my family? When barely anyone takes these paths anyway. Now that you look, the man looks quite unwell. The toll is just 1 gold piece. He says it's very reasonable. No, Brown Square is true at the moment. Just attack him. I have no cold. He pulls a face, stands up straight and suddenly, oh, you don't? Oh, no. Oh, well, never mind then. Have a good day, stranger. And with that, he strides away whistling. You head off the bridge and back on the path, none the wiser. You still have a long way to travel. Betty Bird, hello! It's good to see you. How you doing? Oh, thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. We're playing a bit of Sorcery. It's a wonderful game. So many corners, I know. You're good? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. It's good to see you. I'm playing Sorcery. It's a classic. It's so good. It's a lovely game. Just get a job and stop buying avocado toast and you'll survive. I've never had avocado toast and I don't want to have it. Technically, circles are shaped with infinite amount of corners. That's right. Big brain. Big brain time. Avoid circles. Circles are evil. It's a fact. The path continues along a line of trees. Suddenly, an acorn lands in your head and you're tittering from the overhead. The rail grants you strength, more elven. In the trees, hurtling acorns. Yeah, there they are. They're just vibing in there. Should we cast a spell, threaten, or walk on by? Should we... There's not really spells that would help us here. I think. Put 1 more dot in for each of them. Oh, heck, I gotta... I'll do that after the stream. Now I gotta add more dots. Gotta add like 2 more dots. So many dots. It's endless. It was just a joke. Oh no. We have nothing to cast. 105. Oh, Pog. Big Pog. I think we're just gonna walk on by. I shouldn't threaten them at this time. You're pelted by more and more acorns and some sticks and branches. You break into a run. Soon you're out of reach of the annoying creatures. We lost some stamina though. Let's approach Cristani. It's very Pog. Yee. The sun has now passed its zenith, and everywhere a dusty heat rises from the baked earth. You begin to think about where you will stay for the night. Another night sleeping on the open will be avoided. Best avoided. But then you see a small village set into the hill. Let's look at it. Smoke rises from the stacks. The houses are well set, with stone at their bases, and thatched roofs of grasses and thick leaves. There is, unusually, more than just one street running through the center of the town. But as it is through this place, though this place, once rich, had its heart scooped out, litter surrounds the buildings, and at the edge of villages are rows and rows of abandoned houses. You still trudge along the path. Let's go in the village. There might be something here. You walk into the village. Young hill dwellers pass you and stare at you in strange clothes. You nod back respectfully. Let's look at the people. Their own attire is rough in comparison to your gear. They wear their hair long but piled up on their heads. These people are ghastly poor. The village is like a ghost town here on the knife edge of the Bachlands. Let's talk at an alehouse because we don't have any money for an inn at the moment. Walking down a single road, you find a hut with its front cover pulled wide open, the smell of brewed beer coming from inside. You go in. Several hill dwellers are here, talking gruffly. When you enter, they watch you with understandable caution. Yeah, they're just vibing, you know. Just vibing. I want to. Sheesh, the detail. All these drawings are extremely detailed. Like, whoa. The art is gorgeous in this game. The owner of the hut comes over to you. Welcome to Crestani, he declares. What do you want? Let's greet him. An evening's rest and a drink to wet my throat, you reply. Ales one good feast, he answers. Please sit. You go over to the table where the hill drawers are. You gotta go, you're tired now. I'll have a lovely night, Oma. It was good to see you as ever. Hope you're doing well. Next stream will be Monday. Hopefully in the morning. Presumably in the morning. So earlier than normal. Or regular time. So early. First, it'll be the last early one for a while. At least as early as I can have it. Have a lovely stream, lovely night. Thank you, you too. Have a lovely night. It was good to see you as ever. We have a wonderful night. Bye. Okay, should we sit with the oldest man or the youngest man? Because the oldest man could give us knowledge. Look at the youngest man. Who should we sit with? We'll watch that. Yeah, I know. I've been wanting to start earlier, but like, yeah. But my classes are like in the morning time for me. So I can't really start early after Monday. So like the streams in January after this upcoming Monday are gonna be like later. So like today's stream that was earlier today. About that time. Ish. So yeah, I'll try to, because I don't have many chances to start early. In like ever. Old man won't be able to run away as fast. Choose him. We'll go with the old man. You turn your attention to the oldest man at the table. Where face he once had is lost in the labyrinth of wrinkles, and his skin is the color of the tanned hide from a lifetime of being in the beating sun. No worries on schedule? Ah, okay. Sounds good. So yeah, catch what streams you can. I'll stream when I can. I can't stream very often in January, unfortunately, because my class and work schedule, like, I don't have much time to. Because I don't really want to stream, like, before I go to class or work. Well, I can anyway, because I have class in the morning. So, every time I get done working on, like, Saturday and Sunday, it's, like, evening, so I won't have time to anyway. Oh, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, yeah. Let's greet the old man. He raises his mug and salute. Stranger. His face is gravelly, like the dusty dirt that lines the streets of the town. Where are you from? You heard of Twitch Prime? Hey, old man, have you heard of Twitch Prime? It's with your Amazon Prime account where you get one free sub every month to whoever you want. It's free to do. You just subscribe. I have heard of Twitch Prime. I have Twitch Prime, actually. I still need to use mine for this month on someone. Meaning to. We come from Analand. From Analand. He nods. Not as many cross through the lands of Katapani Gate. Now the direction, if you know what I'm saying. I understand, Joe. Wish you had it. Yeah. And it's not bad. I actually like having Amazon Prime and Twitch Prime. Yeah, it's quite good. I've used my Prime a lot. It's good for like when you want to do like just a one-time subscription to someone, but then like not have to like continually resub. I know you do, for instance, like connect it. All that said, I hope that they can someday. Like, I hope they can. So, yeah. I have Prime, but I have it at a discount because I'm a student. So, pretty much the only reason I have it. He grins, picks his teeth with a fingernail. They say there's a war coming. Something to do with the crown. Crown? It's blissfully ignorant. Must be kept safe and there's a pandemic out there, old man. A crown, you ask cautiously. The crown of kings, he says. This is how a leader leads. Without the crown on your head, no one will follow you. The crown can raise an army from the farmyard, or command a population to walk into the sea. Shakes his head. Sounds like a bad idea if you ask me. But someone's gotta wear it. Or whether they were not Aland and Mampeng. You sip your beer. The old man exchanges glances with the younger man. It's an opposite. Let's talk to the young man. You think from the conversation. You catch the young man's eye. He moves over to be right beside you. Close enough to whisper in your ears, but you don't quite catch what he says. Repeat that. And he giggles himself unexpectedly. And then close, so close you can smell the fumes in her breath, he declares, "Somaticats." He claps and fit the giggles once more. Well, the joke is you cannot see it. Tell me about the village. The man nods twice and drinks tea from his beard away his throat. Perhaps not, because he puts down the mug once more. He says nothing, just fidgets with his fingers and occasionally grins in your direction. Let's ask one of the other dwellers about this man. Crown of monarch is no democratic way to lead a country. This is the past, too. You catch a woman's arm nearby. You demand, what's wrong with this man? You demand. She shrugs, slipping for your grasp. Every village has one, she answers. Doesn't mean we're all alike. Good stock we are. And she flutters her eyelids. You get back to your feet. The young man giggles himself, but does not attempt to stop you. Finish my beer and leave. You make way to leave the inn. They were stopped you holding his hand. I don't want to. I'm sorry, hon. So easily, he stared against the bar. You step out into the street. But the villagers of Crestani are used to tyrants and do not stand for it. He strides right back on and knocks you back yourself. I don't want to fight him. Archie died 3 years ago. They were really behind the news there. I'm in a full democratic country with me as supreme leader. Oh no. I don't want to fight him, but I have to. Sometimes draw your sword or launch fireball. Your fist will have to do. I'm blocking. I'm doing some manners, innkeeper declares as he lunges for you. You raise your fist to block. You'll have to do better, he growls. Fane's left. Thump. Oh, we had a kick there. Enough of this. Picking up a bottle, you smash it across the innkeeper's face. He ducks quickly to one side. You swing like a blacksmith, he growls. He's badly bruised. He steps back. You split his lip once and you aim to do it again. Hurrying forward quickly, you aim to break his skull. Shouldn't kill him. Just like Riprin. He lifts his guard to cover himself. The innkeeper grins with pleasure and escaping unharmed. He paces left. Ireland. Let's do clip. You go for another blow. You sting for his shoulder. Quickly, he covers himself. The innkeeper stops and spits blood into the dust here, and the innkeeper circles right. We're gonna block this one, actually. You drop back, raising your fist to protect your body. He circles the other way. The muscles of the innkeeper's arm tighten. Gonna walk again. Take over every country in our Earth Irish pub. You stay low. I'll make you wish your mother was here. He cries. He comes at you regardless. You block his haymare blows, leaving him panting. Are you hoping to tickle me to death? He goads. He beckons to you. Oh no. The brute gets the upper hand. You lurch forward, but he's strong, grabbing a chair. The innkeeper throws at your head. He dodges right. Let's block it. You circle away from the innkeeper. He jumps sideways and tries to land a quick jab, but you block it. Lucky oath. The innkeeper growls. Don't worry, he'll get the hang of it soon. He taunts. Let's hit him. Not doing too well in this fight. Great Mickey D, you can still be present. Details, yeah. A moment later, he has you dodging back. You strike, but it's too weak. Your hands on a flag, and the innkeeper breaks it over to your skull. Last ball makes your head spin. You try to stick it with stars. Oh no, we're not doing too good in this fight. I'm gonna redo this fight anyway. Oh no. We're not doing too hot this fight. He bests you again. You try to punch him in the left, but he's more determined. Charging with every answer is like knocking you back. He jerks back. Block. That one. We're not doing too good in stamina. You drop back, raising your fist to protect your body. He feints left. Tries to land a light punch, but you duck. You've been coming, Grandpa, you tease. Let's just go for it. Boom! Full power. When he stands here and try you break it over his head, he ducks and avoids the blow. Staggering, we don't even stand. Young dog growls. We have to go up. We're going to die anyway. You launch him again, you leap forward, grabbing with both hands and headbutting once you try to hit on his chin. The innkeeper spins about and falls to the ground, clean unconscious. Harlan, it's always overcast and everyone talks about the weather anyway, don't you know? Sounds like the Midwest, to be honest. Oh, we're trying again. Just pulverize. Boom. Boom. Bash. Boom, boom, boom. Get him. Let's give him another time. Boom. No stamina loss. Let's go. Launch him again, pick it up, you smash across the innkeeper's face, then land a hit on his chin. He spins about once and falls to the ground. Clean unconscious. Let's go. Excuse me. Beat him up. Let's go. Continue. The innkeeper lies down in the dirt and stays there. You dust yourself off, take a jug of ale from the bar and drink to refresh yourself a little. You nod to the crowd and leave. It's time to find a place to sleep. Let's see if I can barter my way in. You stop a passerby and ask for an inn, and they lead you there directly. The woman who runs the place stands in the doorway with her arms folded. Are you from the king? She demands. They don't like tyrants here, so I'm assuming you're a traveler. Only a mere traveler. Here's as you. This is a guest house, the best in Crestani. Only guest stays here, and he guests in mine knows it costs 3 gold pieces. Host travel overnight and 2 to feed them, but it's all between friends. You don't have enough money for either. I'll go elsewhere. She shrugs, not too upset by your decision. You creep off to the edge of the village. We have to go outside. We don't have money for the inn. The cover of the forest is dark, and the ground is thick with fallen branches, mud, and briar. You walk for nearly an hour more, and then past a large tree atop a large fist of curling roots. The park sought to sleep. As much as I love watching this stream, I have to get to sleep and have to go on a run in the morning. It's already 1:30. Oh no. You should probably go to bed. So like our character here, have a lovely night. Have a lovely sleep. And yeah, thank you for stopping by. It was good to see you. Hope to catch you next time. Next stream will be Monday. Hopefully earlier. I don't know what we're doing yet. Maybe more Sorcery, we'll see. We're doing something, you know. I don't know yet. We're doing something. So yeah. Thank you for stopping by. It was good to see you. Have a lovely day. Yeah. You have nothing left to eat. You settle down to sleep. It will not be an interrupted night out here under the stars, surrounded by beasts. You still feel a little bit better for it. Let's sleep. Your dreams are vivid. You feel yourself tied up, surrounded by snickering faces, thin creatures with long fingers picking at your pockets, snitching at your clothing. You feel the magic boiling inside you, but it cannot be released. Meanwhile, the food in your bag is rotten, wet from the sweat of your back. In the distance, deep voices booming with laughter. The long, cruel hands of one hand are curled around the metal frame of the crown. With the other hand, he beckons you forward, as if into a trap. You know, crowns, they're circles. You know, like the brim on them are like circles. Circles are evil. This is a trap. Circles are a trap, and circles are evil. This is a fact. Look at these circles. Also, have a lovely night. These circles are a trap. It's true. Let's go beyond Crestani. You wake early and sit for a moment, in no great hurry to leave this place where you have lingered so long. This is now the 3rd day of your journey, and the muscles in your leg are feeling lean and strong from so much walking. You spend a short while enjoying the peace, and then unhurriedly collect your possessions and set along the path. Crestani is surrounded by several miles of fields. It sits in a well-protected ring of hills. A ring of hills, that's a circle! It's close up to the river, and to be reasonably prosperous. As you follow the path between lines of sun-baked crops, You come to the fork in the road. The right-hand way leads past a set of outbuildings, while the left heads deep into the woodland. Careful, circles. Circles. You gotta be careful of the circles. I don't know what they did, but they're evil. That's right. Circles are evil. You should know this. It's a fact. Should we go left or right? One goes to outbuildings, and one goes into deep woodland. Should we go to the left or the right? Should we enter the woods or should we go between the buildings? I feel like we should go to the buildings. Let's go to the buildings. You glimpse the people working by the buildings. There'll be a precious little company on your journey, so you should take it while you can. Approaching a low wall, you see a blind beggar sheltering in the shade with his hand outstretched. He hears your approach and clicks his fingers. Alms would you love, for the love of Silda? Alms. I have nothing to give. You tell the man. He nods twice. No one ever does. Stranger, you're all well fed while I'm hungry. You walk on a little further up the road. An ox cart trundles towards you. The driver looks in. You want a left, do you? I see you're walking and I'm heading this way. I mean, look at the driver first. The cart seems honest enough. Dark-skinned farmer, probably tough enough to pull the cart himself if he had to. You didn't have all day. Sure, why not? We can always leave. You hop aboard the cart and the driver whips his oxen into a trot. So, where are you headed? He says as he negotiates the corners and the pitfalls of the rugged path. Trader, I'm guessing if I look you out in the car to sell them weapons. I hear they're buying. That's right, yeah, that's right, yeah. So it's true then. Car is getting itself ready to be invaded because that's what they say. They said the king in Analan has lost control. That a storm is coming. Look around you, you think a storm doesn't sound so bad, but he isn't right. It's not that kind of storm. That's what I heard. Oh, should we say the king is a brave man or the king is weak? Interesting choice. Let's go with, let's say he's weak. Lost the crown, didn't he? Car jumps in a different road. That's what they all say. He lost the crown, there's going to be war. The driver looks sour. The war suggests we might be able to fight back. It's not gonna be like, not with the crown. Trade for the worst or nothing is certain. Nothing is certain. The driver looks at you with new respect in his eyes. He glances at your sword, your backpack. You're traveling alone. Yes, he nods. I see. My son will watch your footsteps, lady. As he nods, he turns his face towards the road and drives on. After half an hour or so, he reaches a wide field thick with vegetables. This is my stop, he remarks. Thank you for the lift. No problem, the driver replies. He jumps down. How am I going to steal the cart? Let's get down myself. You hop off the cart. Feel a little better for the restful journey. The driver smiles and you head up towards this field. You watch him for a moment. It's an enormous crop. He needs a lot of work. Help him. Let's offer him help because they might give us food. Yeah, see? We got rations. We got rations. Wait, you call. I'll help you. The driver stops and looks at you for a moment and grins. Well, if you must. You help him out for an hour or so, the time you can afford since you've made such good progress in the cart. Once you finish, he offers a portion of vegetables to take with you as payment. You thank him and take your leave. You munch so a meal's work as you work. Hey, that was not so bad. Let's go to the giant gate. You continue along the path, climbing. You feel your legs feel strong and lean. By the end of this journey, you'll be built like a mountain goat. The afternoon progresses long and easy. The place you're walking through seems thick with desolation, as if it was a bit long ago abandoned. Then, as if to confirm your thought, you come across two enormous stone pillars. Lost my plan. What I was reading. Listing slightly on either side of the road. They form a gate, but the gate is 3 times the height of a man. Let's look through them. Let's look them over. Peering closely, you make out the faded remains of carved characters in the old script L and K. The remain of a spell of fortune, perhaps. Or the binding of these now fallen stones. Let's go through them. There's nothing forward but to go forwards. Let's go through the gate. You step into the shadow of the enormous gate. The ruins of the wall line the path on either side, but these are walls built from blocks the size of ox carts. Centuries ago, this must have been a palace for a king 12 feet tall. Now it has been leveled, and stone stolen from the field walls and foundations of the villages all around. Interesting. Let's investigate the ruins. Why not? You take a moment to clamber out over the ruins and off the path until you're surrounded by wayside grasses. The ground rises and falls sharply around the outlines of houses and buildings. You trace the line of a street, wide enough to run 3 carts abreast, and it quickly leads downhill towards the forest. Once this place was rich and plentiful, what happened to remove every last trace of these colossal people? Let's go inside a house. You stop by the edge of a house. The sidewall only stands as high as your knees. Grass nods above it. Looking inside, you can make out the edges of a fireplace, the back wall, and an adjoining area. Perhaps a grain room or a bedroom. Let's search in the grass. Might find something. Now you take a few moments to search through the tall, long grasses and find nothing, till your hand closes on a clay pot near one wall. It's the shape of a wine jug, but 3 times the usual size. Around the neck is a red stain. Wine? Or maybe blood? It's impossible to tell. The base of the pot has been smashed away, perhaps by age, perhaps by someone heavy the contents. You leave the pot behind. Let's follow the street down. You follow the line of the street down the slope of the hill. The further you go from the path, the more overgrown the ruins become, until you can barely make out their outline anymore. For a while, you're not following the street at all, but simply holding on to stay in the line. You approach the edge of a thick woodland. Let's go to the trees. Why not? There's no clear path here, but the street has disappeared from view. The going into the trees is difficult, but you push out your way forward the best you can. And stop when you come across a large standing stone. Another gate? Let's look at the stone. You go over to the stone and examine it more closely. Not a gate, it is an idol. A gigantic stone head, carved with deep open eyes and an open mouth. Around the lips is a dark red stain, is the same in the pot. Excuse me. Looking left and right into the trees, you're startled to see more stones, more idols open mouths leading off in both directions. All face back towards the ruined village, so forming a wall or an approaching army. Something terrible happened here. Look in the mouth. We should probably leave. Stealing your courage, you slide your hand into the mouth of the idol. It is so deep that something inside must be concealed in here. And sure enough, your grip closes on something hard, but light. Treasure, perhaps? Give me your hand, see what you're holding. Nervously, you open your palm. Teeth. Gigantic teeth. You're holding 3 giant's teeth. Perhaps every idol holds the same. Perhaps other idols hold kneecaps, arms, joints, jaws. You press on. Trees and thorny bushes snag at you as you walk, and eventually, after chopping and hacking your way through, you see a space ahead. A path. You push forward and stop for breath, grateful to have solid ground to walk in once more. Let's go through the trees. You walk for several hours, following the twists and turns of the path through the trees until you stop. You heard a noise up ahead. Something's moving around the rocks at the edge of the path. Let's wait and look. You hang back watching the trees. There's definitely something moving around, something large with a tail that whips between the trees. But now you've seen it, you're at a definite advantage. Is there a spell? Let's attempt to creep around. Oh no, we have to fight. The beast is off the path to the right. If you creep through the tree line to the left, you may escape unnoticed. Trying this tactic, you move slowly and delicately, making as little noise as possible, placing your feet with delicate care. In a few more yards, you're about to rejoin the path when the moon the animal stops. It must have heard you or caught your scent. And sure enough, a moment later, it's upon you with a flurry of foliage and dirt. A rat bear, loose from the undergrowth. It is much closer than you thought. Its sleek black fur allows it to hide in the shadows till it's almost upon you. Do I have a spell here? Dudes. Is there no... Is law? Let's do law. Yes, law. You cast a spell on the beast, but holding it quite still. It snuffles and sniffs air, but cannot think its way out of its difficulties. You walk away smartly. We did it. We didn't have to kill it. We did it, gamers. That's a plus, Dumpus. The path winds a few more times around gigantic trees, thousands of years old, and emerges onto a sudden plain as if the forest had scooped away by a gigantic hand. The river trickles thinly between short grasses, and by its banks stands a tiny village. Let's enter the village. Let's see what's there. Today has been mercifully short and eventful. You make excellent progress. With a decent meal and a night's sleep, your next day will start auspiciously, so it's a shame and worry you might have so little money. You head to the village hoping to find charity. You follow the path down into the village, and passing inside declares it to be Dumpus. The streets are thin and narrow, and the buildings have been set close together, as if trying to withstand a storm. There's a terrible spell hanging in the place. It seems to be an unpleasant place. Let's talk to the villagers and explore. You pass along the main path of the village, pausing outside a hut in which several of the hill dwellers are sitting and eating. They seem in deep discussion about something. Several are shaking their fists in the air. Lifting back the canvas flap, you step inside. The villagers stop and immediately look up to you. My guess is using gestures forward. Bow my head. Be respectful. You nod your head once to the man who returns the gesture. Then one of the others calls something in the native tongue and points to your side, where your sword hangs below the hem of your cloak. A broken common tug, the first man croaks. No weapons. He indicates a table at the door. You can leave your blade. Remove my sword. Can always get it back. You unfasten your sword belt and leave your weapon on the table. The hill dwellers nod to show their appreciation, beckoning you to sit with them. Then they continue your conversation just as animated as before, speaking the local tongue you cannot follow. But as I talk, they pour you drink and welcome you with food. They seem quite welcoming. That's pretty good. Let's listen to him. As you listen, catching a few words here and there. Goblins, arms, Cristani. They seem to be very concerned. Ask about the goblins. What are the goblins doing? Are they being armed by villagers? The men shake their head. Slowly you piece together the story. The group seems quite sure that a horde of goblins are planning an attack in Cristani, which is apparently one of the wealthier spots in the hills. They're discussing whether or not it would be worth helping the village to defend itself. Which might mean they're offered some kind of reward. Be careful. Maybe they have circles. That's right. Should they help them? Should they fend for themselves, or should they wait? They might have circles. It's true. Should we wait a while and decide, or? I mean, if they help the village defend itself, then it's like fine. I mean, that might be a good idea. We must help them. You declare earnestly. Cristani does not help us out when the men points out they're rich or poor. You can do better than them. The men nod, swayed by your ruthless logic. And you? How do you fight? I serve the king. I serve myself. I'll help those who need it. I'll help those who need it. The men nod. The goblins attack tonight. We'll use your strength. Leaving dress to close. The men they keep your counsel and leave one by one. Nice. Let's explore the town. Halfway along the track, you come along a couple of merchants' huts. You have no money, so you browse briefly. One of the merchants catches your eye and smiles. Well, traveler, what is it you need? Is there work to be had here? You can earn some money. The merchant had here, I need to earn some money. I just said that. Now the merchant says you look like a good worker to me. One of my friends needs some digging. I'm sure you pay and feed you for it. Digging what? The merchant shifts uncomfortably. Does it matter? You'll find out. He stares at you. So, I'm going that way now. You coming? Sure. Follow the merchant. because we don't have any money for an inn. He leads you to a house on the edge of the villa and introduces you to the household. It's Stoutman, who's probably incapable of lifting a spade, let alone digging it. What is it you need doing? A cesspit, the man replies. Out back, needs digging. How much? Well, the man replies, pretty urgent. The old one's overflowing. How much money you demand? 3 gold pieces. This is a good start. Spades out back, replies the jerk of the thumb. You walk through the man's house into the back pit. The smell is terrible. The job is not to just dig a new cesspit, but to dig over the old one. It's going to take several hours' work. It'll probably take the whole night. Like spade and stuck in the ground by the hole. Do we have a spell we could use? I do like the option to cast a spell whenever we can, if possible. Is there one we could use here? Zap wouldn't help. Is there P, I think? What's pep? Cost strength. Oh, we don't have the proper... What's B? Big! Big could help. Big could help. This would be Zap. Oh, we don't need Zap. Zap, what would Zap do in this situation? No, we don't have anything with that. I could try Big. Why not? You cast a spell waiting for it to take effect, then you feel its fate turn from a heavy tool to a mere toothpick in your hand. As you swat a 3 times usual side, you have the digging work done barely any time. Let's go! Collect your pay. Go back to the house and collect your money. 3 gold pieces. The grateful house owner provides you with some food, as well as space on the floor, to rest for the remainder of the night. You settle in happily and you're quickly asleep. Let's go. I mean, Zap is very helpful. Zap is always helpful, but not in this particular situation. Also, hot is helpful. It's true. Let's sleep. Hey, we did it. You dream strange dreams as you sleep, as though you wander through doors and hallways built 10-20 times your height. You're an insect, and the hills over which you walk are follicles of hair on the shaved chin of a giant. Storms of hot, fetid breath seem to sweep across you, threatening to blow you into hell. Excuse me. Overhead, you fancy you hear the flap of giant wings. Birdmen came from the crowd. Perhaps before this journey is finished, they will come for you. What the foreshadowing. I've seen a full playthrough of this game, and I can tell there's foreshadowing everywhere, and I love it. I don't think there's anything else for me to do. Oh, I can zoom out. Oh, neat. Oh, there's nothing left for me to do. Let's leave Dumpus. You rise early, thank the householder, and head out into the street. Within a few minutes of walking, you round a Dumpus and back into the road. Another hour or so, the way branches, with one path heading up into the hills and one turning downhill along one side to a barren stony ridge. Is that a village you can make out on top of the hill? Seems like a lonely place for it. Should we go uphill or downhill? What do you think? I feel like we should probably go downhill. I don't think uphill would be good. I'm gonna go downhill. Follow a meandering path around the side of the hill for most of the morning. It's difficult to see what they ahead through the tree line, but you trust to the course. Eventually the path bursts out into a narrow stone ledge, high above the valley floor. The ledge leads left and right. There is no way forwards. Should we eat? I don't want to waste our food yet. I want to save our food until we, like, need it. Let's look left. Looking left, you can see that the narrow ledge is formed by a splitting of a rock and leads all the way down to a misty valley floor. There's a path on the other side. It's not clear from here. Looking right, you're taken back. Out of the mist that fills the valley is a possibly wide bridge that limits the view, as if only enough falling into place. It's made of planks and thick rope and suspended from this peak to the peak on the other side. Could build such a moment how long ago? I'm suspicious of the bridge. It seems like it's a false bridge. Look at the bridge. You take a moment more, staring at the bridge. It forms a delicate curve across the valley, swaying ever slightly to a wandering wind. The more you look, the more it seems too perfect. Could such a bridge possibly exist? Or is this a mere illusion to trick the callous traveler? Let's move on. Getting your feet once more, you take a moment to find your balance for moving on. Once up here, you fall a long way down. Let's go into the valley. I don't trust that bridge. The bridge seems untrustworthy. Should anything happen while you're halfway across it, there'll be no escape. But at last, the most final kind. You make better to walk. You make your way along the stone edge. The angle is steep, and it's hard not going not to stumble. At the valley floor is a dried up river covered in worn stones honed by a water that is now long gone. Small caves open up on the rock face nearby, with rusted machinery abandoned outside. There was mining once, but it must have been long ago. Wider track made for carts carrying ones leads up the far slope. Let's look around. Pause for a moment to curve your breath and look around. Let's look at the machinery. You walk for a while between the ancient machines that lust out of the mud besides the riverbed. Gigantic hoppers now bronze as rust, with thick spiked wheels on their sides and chutes leading between them, now thick with bindweed, slugs, and mud. The machines work they now work in decades, maybe centuries. Look at the riverbed. Look down the riverbed, nothing but a carpet of stones. Let's take some stones. And choose three nice round pebbles and smash them into your and stash them in your backpack. Heavy to carry, but useful. Yeah, why not? Have some stones. Let's investigate the mines. You approach the mine entrance. A wet wind greets you from the depths. The mine shaft must leave somewhere, but it's pitch black and there are no torches, and you haven't lighted your own. Hot. We have hot. Can I cast it right here, or should I wait till we're inside? Let's go inside, I guess. You can always cast hot. You stride further inside until the wet rock above you in the air is suddenly cold and still. Your breath echoes. Tight dark spaces are often fearsome, and through the rock walls here are carved with axes. There's still something wild and harrowing as you feel your feet crunch on the gravel floor. Hot's a fireball, which means it could kill anything in here. It could be good or bad if there's a person. Go further in? Oh no. You go a little further in the dark, feeling your way along the right wall. Then you hear something, a deep, resounding growl. The walls shake. You scrape a cloud and stone, another wall, like fluttering, beating sails. As though a ship fought against a gale, something is rushing towards you. Turn around, you cannot move, your legs quickly fall. Enough sharp gash into your back, and you fall. It's my fate. You've been killed in the darkness. Your adventure is at an end. Click the rewind permanent. Into the valley. Let's climb up. Easier than climb down. Your breath is short and your heart is hammering as you pause, halfway up the valley slope. A small wooden hut is opposite, set on a way around the path. Let's look at the hut. You stop to watch the hut, dropping behind a bush out of sight. As you do so, after a few minutes you see a troll emerge, ducking to get through the tiny frame of the building. He is clearly guarding something there, and perhaps a mine. Perhaps he stationed long ago to guard a city that is now crumbled. It's ruined. Let's see what he does. The creature stands outside the hut for a few minutes, looking this way and that, and his colossal head turning with speed and dexterity of a mill wheel. Then he stomps away around the curve of the hill. You probably have a few minutes before he reappears. Let's go inside the hut just quickly. You seize the opportunity to race over to the hut to see what you can pilfer. Inside, you find a barren shack. There's a low oak table in the center, no windows, there's no door. Pile of blankets in one corner is the only nicety. Search blankets. You lift the corner of the blankets with the tip of your sword, and when you find 3 gold pieces. Most likely the trolls pay for a year. Should we take the money or leave it? Answer that question while I plug in my MacBook, because otherwise it will die. And that's not good. Okay. On one hand, we could take it. On the other hand, we could not take it. And is it buffering? Please don't tell me it's buffering. I think it's buffering again. Let's see. Should we take the money or not take the money? That's the real question. But it's paid for the whole year. Can I just take like one? If we take the money, then you know we can get aggressive. And that's not good. Stream's buffering again. Oh no. Money's always best option. But he might get aggro if we take it. If he notices we take it. Alright, we'll take the money. You take quickly, drop links back as you find them, the creature back in when you should go. Let's just leave. Let's go. Very long enough. Quickly. You turn away and you turn and hurry. Just in time to see the troll entering from its patrol around the edge of the hill. It hasn't seen you, and is stupid noticing anything you might have left or move out of place. It moves towards the hut. Let's slip away. With the troll sight, you hurl along the path, not pausing until the hut is right far aside. Run. Let's run. Let's go, go, go. Like our hatches as you finish the climb. With the sun starting to hang heavy in the sky, you reach the top and meet with the other end of the rope bridge. Look back at the bridge. Look stable, but undoubtedly a death trap set to part travelers from the golden from their lives. You continue down the slope as evening draws in. Let's head for the town. So way down the hill, you stop for a rest. Sit on a boulder to survey what lies ahead. The path leads downwards and at its foot. Cradled between the three peaks is a village, one quite large at that. Behind you, the sun is falling rapidly into the hills. It will be night soon. Let's approach the village, because why not? Your heart swells. The village might be a chance to restock your provisions. You hop down from the boulder and make your way forward. When an overleaping branch touches your face and you hear lively chirping. Let's always take the money. Should we freeze? I think this is where a character comes in. Like I said, I'm half blind playing this, so I know some things that happen, but I don't remember everything that happens. I'm familiar with it, but at the same time I'm not. I don't remember every single tiny detail, but I remember like brief points. The events and occurrences. Should we just keep going? Let's just keep going. You do not turn. A small imp-like being buzzes up onto you in tiny wings. You shrug indifferent to the small creature. I'm Jane. Or John. Jane. I'm Jane, it says, sitting in front of me. I'm a midnight. Make your reply and continue walking. The hills on either side are towering tall and thrown the village into deep shadow. It seems a very gloomy and threatening place, but the streets come distant from the sound of merriment. Oh, let's go back a little bit. Let's go just a little bit back. Just rewind it just a tiny bit. Just a little bit. I want to talk to Jane. Look back at the bridge. Continue. Head for the town. Approach the village. Turn around. You quickly turn around and have him on your shoulder is a small creature the size of a bird. It's childlike but very thin with green skin. It flits around you with transparent wings. It seems friendly enough. It lands on your shoulder even. Tiny clawed toes pinching you slightly. I talk to it. Greetings, creature. The hell is you? The creature replies. My name is Jane. What are you? The creature is back and gives a tiny bow. I'm a midnight. Pleased to meet you. Reaches out a tiny hand and shakes your earlobe. What can you tell me about the village? You point down the valley. Is it safe? That's Brittany, and it's very safe. It's the largest village at the whole of the Shamanti Hills. Every traveler who comes here spends at least one night there, so it's a bit expensive, especially for midnights. But it's pleasant enough. Creature starts hopping up and down. Come on, let's get going, shall we? Grumbles impatiently. I'm gonna ask it what it wants with me, then we'll go. Also, hydrate or else. It's your hourly reminder to hydrate. You gotta do it, or else. It's important. You gotta hydrate. It's really important that you hydrate. It's really, really important. You want me? See that village creature? Last time I tried to go through, they told me I wasn't welcome, so I wouldn't mind some protection. I can protect you. Creature squeezes your shoulder gently. It's like Heaven's spider trying to burrow through your skin. This creature flits your other shoulder once more. You're not in a hurry, are you? It observes. Do you want to sleep out in the rough? No, let's get going then. Creature shakes you by the ear in excitement. You sit up on the path once more. You descend into the bowl of a valley. The hills on either side are towering tall and throw the village into deep shadow. It's a very gloomy and turn this place, but from the streets come the distant sounds of laughter and merriment. Continue. We have Jane. I'm so excited. We have a friend. Yeah. Enter the town or sleep outside. Let's enter the town. I must accept my friend. You continue along the path. The sound of festivities grow louder. It's almost spooky here in the shade of the valley. After so long on the dire road, people in this village seem to be enjoying themselves. See, the man on your shoulder raised. I told you it was a happy place. Jane, what's going on? Are they bewitched? Jane shakes it. No, if there's magic, believe me, I know. This is the festival of the young. What's that? Excuse me. Well, take a look. Jane waves a hand around the village. The idea is that once a year, children are allowed the freedom of the village. It's a great time for fun, and lots of pranks. It becomes obvious what he means. You pass the first few buildings where you find a number of children sitting in the street and drinking ale from deep mugs. Further on, a young boy is holding an old woman onto his knee and spanking her. On the other side of the street, a group of boys fighting outside a hut. Fighting outside a hut that reads the Glandor's Tavern. It's complete him. Just leave the old woman. Consider how there's nothing I can do. It's a festival is all. After all. Let's go further into town. You pass by the tavern, turn a corner, and find a group of girls standing by the signpost pointing to the crystal waterfall. They're tripping their elders as they pass and giggling. Ask them about the waterfall. You stop by the group and ask them about the waterfall. There she's distracted by Jane, who they delight in poking, tickling, and generally cooing over. After a few minutes of asking about the waterfall, you give up and walk away. The girl calls, "Come back, the water's good for you." Jane, are you missing the attention? Jane sighs, "Are you missing the attention?" But comes back to resting your shoulder. Move on. You leave the girl still snickering. Let's visit the waterfall. You go back up past the girls and head up a path that climbs through the crack in the mountainside. Soon the air is filled by a thundering. It is quite the climb. Eventually you turn a corner through the narrow cleft in the rock and catch your first glimpse of the tall natural waterfall, plunging down the cliffs overhead. Large crystal stalactites? Close enough. Hang on either side of the water. It is stunning. There's only one path to reach it. It's winding up the rock face, and it passes by a small hut where a ruffian is collecting money. No, that's Jane. Just cut ahead. You tap Jane on the shoulder. Why don't you scout ahead? Find the waterfall's worth money. That's regular. Alright, but I'll be quick. Don't think you can get rid of me just like that. I'll catch up. That's great to ruffian. You make your way over to the hut. Greetings, you begin. You collect a few for the waters. I do, sneezed the ruffian. These waters cannot be so healing that he is not. Oh. These waters cannot be so healing that he is not caught an awful flu from 3 gold pieces. Just buzzing your shoulder, and James returns, resettles himself. Doesn't look like much to me. He whispers, I think you'd be wasting your gold if you paid. Let's haggle. 3 gold pieces for a bath? That's too much. Where's our healing? They'll do more than make you clean. Let's haggle. I'll give you 2. Consider about he seems to be going over all your matter. Alright, 2 gold pieces, but don't tell anyone. We'll pay. Hand over the coins. The ruffian pockets them quickly, scanning either side to make sure he hasn't been seen. Let's go to the waterfall. You head up the waterfall, which cascades forcefully into a deep pool. You strip off your clothes and dive into the pool, while Jane flitters through the froth. The cool water is refreshing and invigorating, and you feel yourself getting rapidly better. You've made it. You feel a huge swell of confidence. Coming here is the best decision you've ever made. Now you can move on refreshed and ready for the night. Yeehaw! We did it, gamers. Went to the waterfall. Let's sleep at the waterfall. This sounds like a great idea. The idea of going back to the village is now unappealing. You are refreshed and calm, and the scenery here is beautiful and peaceful. Get in the pool, you drive, collect your things, and have the trees find a spot to rest. Between curling roots, you find a small place to settle down and rest. Jane perches a little way above the knot and is quickly asleep. You're tired enough to fall asleep, but you're hungry for not having eaten. Let's save my ration. Let's settle down for the night. You rest on your back and close your eyes. Perhaps a few hours pass when you wake suddenly, or have a shadow loom between the tree trunks. It sniffs the air. A wolfhound! Well, those look spooky. Let's hide. You stay low, but the hound must have picked up your scent. It paces towards where you lie. But although it doesn't know where you are, it may not know what you are. If you spring an attack, the bear attacked might give you the advantage. So let's wait a moment longer. Unless it's a bad idea. No, it's a bad idea. Well, you hold your nerve, waiting for the beast to creep close enough for you to drive your sword off its belly from underneath. But you're entirely look, it has your sense, wheels up to face you, and breaks into a run. You're in a fight almost before you're on your feet. You draw your sword, the line metal flash, and the beast roars and howls. Just charge. Boom. The wolfhound creeps towards you, jaws dropping you for a shining. It will not listen to reason. You charge headlong. It bounds forward, only to round itself onto your blade. It reads and howls. Yours wriggles, starting its round. It howls and it whimpers. Really need a quite. Just cut. That's all I need. You twist your grip for a minute. The wolfhound drifts back. It's crawling out. It's real driven. Oh, I wish I could. I have to kill it. Let's sideswipe. Oh no. You flick out your blade at the wolf, but the wolfhound is barreling towards the Hellstrion's back. It sinks its teeth in your side. You bring your hand up to staunch your wound. The smell of blood is in the wolfhound's mouth. He licks its lip with glee. Sideswipe. You risk a lunge. The wolfhound weakly opens its jaws twice. You plunge your blade between its teeth all the way down to its heart. Wolfhound howls a gurgling blood-soaked sound, and then it dies. It's competent. Oh, let's continue. Beast defeated. You pause to regain your breath and wipe your sword. Now we sleep. And once again, unsettled, you lay down again, tries to sleep. Jane flutters down and resettles on your shoulder. Your dreams are filled with walking, with peaks and valleys and endless paths. A curious light plays across them, building walls to heights before ruining them as it moves away. The rest of the night passes silently. Let's go to beyond Brittany. You rise early from your spot beneath the tree. As you gather your things, Jane leaps up and onto your shoulder. Ready to go? He chirps. You pass through the village, which is now quiet as the grave. And rejoin the path on the far end of Brittany. The sun sits on the horizon like a gleaming jewel. If all goes well, you'll reach Torpani today, the last village in the Shamundi Hills. After a short climb, the path breaks, and heading uphill to the left and downhill right. What do you think, Jane? Which way, Jane? To the right was a forest. To the left is easy. A path through the fields of black flowers to Torpani. What else do you know? Jane says, nothing, versus Christopher. That's a fine way to talk to your guy. I'm not charging for advice, you know. We get no way more through creature. Tawani so close it hardly knows which way to go, surely. Should we go left or right? Oh, it's a whale. So careful creature. A great wisdom, great honor. The whale moves to deep dark places, believes to barely ripple on the surface. That's okay, interesting. I won't pray yet. I kind of want to go left. Go left or right? I know you have a delay on your end, but should we go left or right? I'm not sure. I want to go left. We go left, you said. Good choice, John replies. The path slopes gently downwards through shrubby forest and across patches of dry, weary earth. The Shamuti Hills are relatively verdant compared to the Bachland beyond the Javaji River. And you can see the influence of that desolation still already creeping into the soil, like a spreading infection. And as you crest a rise, a powerful, pleasant smell reaches your nostrils, and you see off to your right a path through the fields of beautiful black flowers. Ask Jane about it. Who knows who cares? Dancing shoulder patient. This is a short path you're fine. Do you want to get there or not? Let's go the other way. It seems yeah, it seems a bit suspicious. So you're telling me about those flowers makes you uneasy. You're going the other way, you told Jane, turning back and heading down the slope. Midnight complaints, but does not leave your shoulder. Take the wooden path. You climb a rise. The way is not too steep, and as noon approaches, you have crested the ridge and are ascending it again. You're at the highest point in the hills where the trees are thin. The view west goes on forever, and sometimes you catch a glimpse of Kare on the northern horizon. Let's keep going. We don't need to eat yet. Decided not to stop to eat, but push on. Jane is in a talkative mood and fills the air around with his chatter about what he can see, about how things smell, and what he plans to do once he makes his fortune in Kare. You pass from the open hillside into patches of deep forest. A patch of deep forest. Quite suddenly, Jane falls us quiet and hisses in your ear. Stop! Stop now! Why? Because, says the creature in tiny voice, because something is following us. You come to a dead stop. Jane is right. Something is moving through the trees behind you. One layer, a point of steel has emerged from the darkness between two trees and touches. You've seen me, I know it. Look into the darkness. You peer into the darkness of the trees. No shadow. Nothing, just shadow. You see it. A shadow with two eyes. Who's there? Who's there? There's no reply, but the tall, dark figure of assassin emerges from the trees. He's dressed head to toe in black, and you've not seen him a moment before, even though he's been sitting a mere arm's length away. He wields a sharp smither in expert hands. There he is. He's just vibing. Is there a spell I could use? No. No, we don't need to fix anything at the moment. W? Walk. Shield. Could work. Could make a shield. And the one's zap, I think. It's zap, yeah. We can make a shield. That sounds useful. You cast a spell and drains energy, but nothing happens strange. It's bright. Let's fight him. You have sword to bear. Oh, let's just charge. Assassin bows to you. Tap two fingers against his chest and readies his stance. You measure the weight of your sword and then bring it up to deliver a cleaving blow. The assassin responds with a swing of a dance-like grace and deceptive force. There itself swings as the blade comes home, but he's underestimated. Your own blow swipes his aside. You catch him deep into his side, or blade soaks his black tunic. My duty is to sever your head from your neck. He tells you in a voice cold as polished marble. You will not hold it from me. Let's cut. Oh, he's almost dead. The trees watch as the battle unfolds. Relentlessly you cut and thrust, and keeping him pinned. You swing your sword fast and towards his chest, outclassing his own sword swing. The assassin's breath is coming in short gasps. He closes his eyes for a moment to steady himself. Assassin spins his sword about and to shift the sword across his body. Oh, it's close one. But we got him. The assassin is ready to leap into the tree line as you come at him again. He's off balance and moving slowly, and the blade goes deep. He turns and tumbles, releasing his sword when he topples. I am not so proud to admit as one to him defeated. He runs. You may finish me if you choose, but if you do me an honor and use my own blade. No stamina lost. Flawless fighting. Assassin is not dead, but lies on the floor gasping. Let's spare him. Then get up, you tell him. Hold your sword back, but not putting you away yet. He nods and she's in the way. You're a worthy victor. I'm glad to meet you. Now you've saved me. You owe me in part. We have a friend! Hey! I was waiting for minutes. You got into a fight. Which crimes you committed this time? We actually haven't committed too many crimes. Jane is with us. An assassin is after our head, or was. I think he's our friend now. We bathed at a waterfall. We vibed at a waterfall. We had to murder a beast because it was gonna murder us. And yeah, we've just been vibing. You know, we've had a good time. Having a good time. Why did you attack me? It's a simple matter. I'm picking wayfarers for practice in hiding and killing. I assumed you'd be no match, especially when I saw your pet. He points briefly at the Mennonite, who's currently hiding under a fold of your tunic. But I see what was wrong. He bows his head once, perhaps in respect, perhaps from the pain of his injuries. Are you traveling to Kare? Why do you ask? That's why I'm going. Perhaps I will not see you again once we part now. If I do, remember me and don't forget how debt I owe you. It's your business in Kare. He looks long into your eyes for a moment and answers, the nobles of the city have heard rumors. The goblins are reopening the old mines. They want to know why. And have you found out? I believe so, he replies in a whisper. It's not jewels or iron they are after. You know the history of these hills, perhaps. They have not always been so poor, so underpopulated. Once the great and powerful men lived here, men of great knowledge in sorcery. And giants. The flanker shakes his head. The giants came after. Giants are what those great men became. Antrimires once ran a great city, spanning from the Kakaban Sea as far north as the Jaker mines. That was where they mined the ore that forged the crown. As in that metal, that power, which the goblins are searching for. Vampires should rise. It should be their only hope. Will they find it? Flanker breathes heavily and painfully. Perhaps, though they say the ancients left terrible guardians behind. He bows his hand. This time it's definitely pain. Go. He says, you cannot aid me. Let's help him. No, you reply. I've caused your wounds. I will help you. He reverted his seats. Are you a doctor? I don't think you are. Let's bind his wounds. We have a friend. Tearing strips of dark fabric of his clothing, you bind his wounds tightly and the bleeding lessens. You're too kind to a man who is about to kill you, he murmurs. Let that be your lesson. You reply as you gather everything and have the force leave him unbind. You sense you made a powerful friend. Hey, we have a friend! We have a friend! Yay! Let's leave the trees. How much longer do you think we'll be traveling today? The Mennonite shoulder asks. I'm hungry and tired. We've gone such a long way. Not much further. Mennonite sighs and slumps on your shoulder. You continue along the path around the hill. A wooden hut is set on a slope and an old woman is sitting on the front step. A river seems to emerge from beneath her. As you get closer, you realize the water flows underneath her house, as the house itself is set on splayed struts like an insect, straddling the watercourse. Here's the friend's house. The water plunges up a sheer cliff and disappears. Let's greet the woman. Greetings, you call. The woman looks at you and smiles. Come over here, won't you? I can barely see you. Should we approach the one or should we walk past the house? This woman seems suspicious, I'm not sure. We can always rewind. I don't want to rewind too often, but we can always rewind. You approach the woman. She smiles a toothless smiles and says, "Come in, please. I get so lonely out here. I'm away from the village. Oh, I'll stay outside, thank you." She shakes her head. "I should not stay too long. I have a long journey still to make." Of course, she replies. "We still have tea out here in the steps." She's a little nervous. Hurrying to her kitchen, she turns to 2 large cups. "Watch it," Jane whispers. "I don't trust this one." "I don't either." Oh, the detail on that. Sheesh. Make conversation. I'm not drinking the tea. The tea is so hot. You cover it between your hands as you speak. "What is your name?" "They call me Gaza Moon," she replies with a smile. "I used to be quite well known in my way." "You know, I bet you've never heard of her." "This is a beautiful place," you remark, watching the river plunge over the cliff face. "This is the top of the crystal waterfall," she says. "The river runs right under my house. They say it carries all my goodness and youth away while I'm asleep, and the villagers bathe in it for luck. Ha ha ha!" She giggles meanly. "I'm sure that isn't quite true. Oh, why do you live alone? You must be more dangerous." "Oh," she smiles sweetly. "No one bothers about me. Why would they?" You smile and nod. You make to sip your tea when the old woman stops catching your arm before the cup reaches your lips. "Oh," she says suddenly, "I've forgotten the pot." She goes back to the kitchen to fetch it. It's been a great podcast to me drawing, but I've stopped working. It's late. I want to try and fix my sleep. Such a low good night. Have a lovely night, Julie. It was wonderful to see you as ever. I hope you have a fantastic night, and I hope the drawing went wonderful. Yeah, please do fix your sleep schedule. It's like, what, 3, 4 in the morning over there? You should probably fix it. It's like, let's see, you're 7 hours ahead of me, I think. I don't know. Numbers. Don't mind my neck. Have a lovely night, Julie. It was wonderful seeing you as ever. I hope the art went well, and I hope you have a lovely night. Have a wonderful night. So yeah. Try to make a run for it. I'm gonna switch cups there. I don't want to drink this tea. Oh no. Oh, she's away from the table. You switch the 2 cups around. When she returns, you look at the one closest to you and drink. And you double over. You win some coffee, find yourself seizing up. "Hello, suspicious traveler," laughs the woman. "I can count on travel suspecting my witchcraft. Oh, please release me." Try to shut up, but you're paralyzed and quite powerless. Leans for her bag. Jane flints about in some distress, unsure what to do. She took her money. She removes a giant teeth and the gold pieces and stashes what she has stolen, and you flick through and you find yourself elsewhere. Where you are, Jane is still with you, floating around your hair. No way you can move. You're in the sight of Tortorani. Let's go back. I don't want to go to the old woman's house. Beyond the trees. Not much further. Try to creep past. Let's just avoid the woman. Let's just walk past the house. Sorry, old lady. With just an out of recognition, can pass standing, leave her quickly behind. "What's this?" The old woman shrieks suddenly furious. "You're ignoring me, is it?" Turn and smile. You turn your head and smile briefly, but this only seems to reach her further. "You ignore me, peasant," she cries. "Don't ignore me, peasant," she cries. "Your rudeness will be punished, I promise you." "Perhaps we should see what she wants," Jane whispers. "No, we're walking past the house." Nope. Jane, we're getting the feck out of here. That's what we're talking about. Keep walking, the woman begins to scream incoherently. Little tree is shaking now. Oh no. The crack inside your left. A wheel around, you see a clock. Its trunk is, the tree is swaying, its trunk split, leaning. Dodge right. It's 3:30, you should probably sleep too. Yeah, maybe a good idea. Like, you should probably go to bed soon. I forget how long this book is. I might wrap up soon, too. I might stream, actually, I might actually keep streaming a different game later with Mythical. We might play Terraria. Or I might just do that on our, we might just do it on our own, I don't know yet. It's whatever Mythical wants. Whatever she wants to do. Which I'm fine with. I don't know how long this book is. So yeah, go ahead if you need to go to sleep. That's fine. I did start kind of late today with this one. This part of the stream at least. But Monday I should start early, but then after that I'll be starting a bit later, unfortunately. So the only time really I can start early is in January. I'm not sure actually. But yeah. You dodge right quickly. The tree falls exactly where you've been standing. Pick yourself up, showing the old woman standing in front of you. You do wrong to ignore the invitation of Gazamon, she declares, pointing a crooked finger. Her hand is crackling with blue energy. The lightning was only milliseconds away. Dodge to the left. Try to move. There's no time to still do this. Best right in the square of the heart. Oh no. You've been vaporized. Oh no. Past the house. The old lady keeps keep walking away. Keep walking behind you, Lumen's getting angry. Come on, you peasant. You're punished. I will ignore you. Oh no, we're in an endless loop. Dodge right. But dodge right again. We're dead. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back to her house. Beyond the trees. Fine, let's go back to her house. Not much further. We don't have to get early tomorrow. That's good. I mean, as long as you're not losing sleep, you can stay. But I'd prefer if you get a full night of rest, full night's sleep if you need it. Yeah, get up early. I got what you mean. Can't type. That makes sense. It's 3 in the morning over there. Let's greet the woman. Fine. Let's go inside. I do not trust this one. Let's make conversation. What is your name? Maybe you need sleep. Maybe you do need sleep. Let's drink my tea. You lift her mug, blow away the steam, and take a sip as the old lady returns. The old lady lifts her own mug and takes a deep gulp. Your own tea is quite refreshing. She spitters and coughs and grips her side. Let's wait. You sit back and see what will happen. She's trying to smile, but the pain is quite severe, something almost falling. She stares at the kitchen, gulps down another drink. When she returns, she seems much better again. Not as young as I was, she explains. All the same, she puts her tea on side. But tell me about you. You're a traveler? The ability to type is decreasing. Oh no. Yeah, I'm a traveler, right? That's right, I'm going to Kare. She goes rooms. How wonderful, what a delightful city. Indeed, you answer. Tell me, on your journey, you didn't cross an old man, did you? I've met a lot of people. Of course, she answers. This one's special, very special. Page from a spell book. No, I haven't met anyone like that. Shake your head. Really, that's a pity. She seems to think for one minute. Do you have anything of a magical nature? Yes, a few things, but no spell pages notes. That's what page she wants. What page are you looking for? Oh! She shrugs. As part of a spell, past her expulsion once had but lost. It's very useful around here. She waves you without interest. Go away. Crow! I've arrived. Hi, Crow. Crow! There was a crow earlier in the game. Like there's an actual crow. I'm not kidding. I took a screenshot. I'll send you it later. There's a crow in the game. Also, I'm doing sorcery. How's the ragtag? It was you. It was you! Hey! We found you! Did you watch RT's sorcery playthrough? Or do you know anything about this game? Because I don't know how much I can tell you without spoiling everything. Or spoiling at least the first, like, chunk that we've played through already. You saw part of it, okay. So we found Jane, the Mennonite creature, like the little creature we have. And pretty much so far, like, I'm trying to not murder everything in my path, if possible. So far, so good. I'm trying not to rewind too often, just every so often, just so I don't, like, die. So, we doing well so far? You're on vacation from the beginning. Oh, okay. Ooh, vacation. Yeah, that was like 2019 in the summer. At some point in 2019 is when he did it. I don't remember when it was. I wasn't watching streams at that point. Was it 2019 or was it 2018? When was Sorcery? I think it was 2019. I mean, it must have been 2019. I don't know when he did the first book. I know the last 3 books were 2020. But I don't remember when 2019. Because I watched the video of it. You gonna look it up? Thanks, I appreciate it. So right now we're with an old lady who knows nothing how to do magic. Oh, okay. Yeah, who's with her until like November of that year. So before that, I know Sorcerer was before I started watching the streams, and that was in July, August. So it must have been like the first half of the year. I need to watch. Oh, with Pooh Bear. That's right. When was that? That must have been July then. Because I really only started to pay attention to stuff in like June, July. Like social media wise. That's the only time I started to pay attention to stuff. Oh yeah, I looked up the date once. It was like just before I started watching the streams, I think. I think it was the summer actually. June 2019. That makes sense. Yeah, June 2019. Because it feels like it was the middle of the year. Yeah. I wasn't watching the streams at that point, but I watched the video. And I quite enjoyed it. It was like a little over 2 hours. Or is it 3 hours? How long is the video? It's like 3 hours, isn't it? I don't remember. I know the first book is shorter than the other 3. Or at least I think they are. I'm gonna go until I hear something from Mythical or start falling asleep. Whatever happens first. Because I might play Terraria with Mythical later. Depending on how she's doing. Like, I'll play it later, but if it's on stream or not, it depends. So, yeah. Okay. Whenever I access her, you put on the video for 5 minutes. Ah, it's a good one. It's so good. Sorcery. That's why I'm playing Sorcery. Second one's May last year. Yeah, I caught that stream. Yeah, those were like in the May, June, summer. Till you lost signal again. Oh no. You step back onto the path. Jane lets out a long sigh of relief. You know when she was one of the most powerful sorceresses in the hills? He whispers, I could smell it on her. You're lucky you got away alive. You shrug. A harmless old lady. So she seems. You're about right this year? Oh no. Yeah, makes sense. Let's go outside the village. It's now late afternoon. You pass the brow of the next hill, and below you is a village of Tortopani, slung over one side of the valley to the next like a floodlight barrier. Deserve it. You remember 2020 is over? I know, I keep thinking like, well, that was like this year. No, that was actually last year. Because it's like New Year's. Just barely after New Year's. Trapani is a village of the Sven, an aggressive-looking race of man-orcs. You expect their village to be rowdy, but strangely quiet. Go into town. There's still any route you have to go through. Into Tortopani. You enter the village. There's a definite air of depression hanging over the place. The Svens are going about their business slowly and miserably and pay you no heed. You sit yourself down in a tree stump in the very center of the village to consider your options. Let's make contact. 2.5 hours long. Okay, so we're making good pace. Then, okay. So we're making good pace. Because the sorcery videos are not edited whatsoever. Or hardly, or barely. We're making very good pace then, because I haven't been going about that long. Okay, make contact with the villagers first. You spy a group of Svens sitting outside a little hut, and you walk over and sit yourself down. They're discussing a friend apparently killed in the night by assassin's curved blade. Is that why you're all afraid? You ask, we're afraid of no such thing, refers to when Svens fiercely, but no, much worse. Another Sven bangs his head down on the table. With Ash dead, who will save Tia? Who's Tia? Our flower. Sven answers. Wipes the teal from the corner of his eye, scratching himself hatefully with uncut fingernail. Tia is Chief's daughter. The other Sven says, Ish was to save her. Now Ish is not alive. So Tina soon not alive. What happened to her? Goblins. Sacrifice. Sacrifice? He's unsure of the words, so makes a gesture like a stabbing down with their knife blades. Yes, sacrifice to a great cave demon. The trouble is, another says, our village die if Chief line end. Tia's end. So if ends, we end. Oh, very sad. Very sad. They all agree. Who are you? One suddenly, only just thinking about Hiprazi in the chest. I'm a traveler. Traveler? It's like, great traveler? I do my best. Best is good. Mika, Tifa. His eyes are quickly on the big heavy on screen. We take you to Chief. Raker resists. They have you, and they're hauling you bodily onto the shoulder. Jane closes on your shoulder. She's shaken free. Wait to see what happens. You hold your tongue and wait to see where they are taking you. You pass through the village. Several Svins are watching from doorways and windows. Their fine face and somber. A few murmur blessings and curses as you pass. You reach a low hut in the edge of the village. You are set down carefully. We're captured. The door is slammed and locked. Later it reopens. Your possessions are thrown inside. Let's wait to see what happens. You immediately pull up your knees to your chest and wait. Jane goes to sleep immediately. Long watches night pass slowly. In the end, nothing happens and no one comes. You're aching, you're really glossing you with glee. Daybreak. Daybreak. You're still alone. An hour passes for you hear any noise outside, and then the door to the hut opens and 5 Svins come in. They drag you roughly out and across the street to another hut, where an old man with grey hair sits. He's wearing outlandish, colorful robes. My name. Process. Chief. Slaps his chest twice. I apologize. And he bows, brushing the south floor with his sleeves. Apology accepted. Chief nods. He waves to Mile, who brings in bread and milk. I'm gonna eat it. It sounds good. You're grateful. You bolt down the meal. Does not seem to be poisoned. It nourishes you. Bowls are removed, and the chief squats down in the pool of the cloth. Jane cowers under your own cloth, hoping to go unnoticed. I have need of you and your strength. I will help if I can. Chief bows. I am grateful. My daughter, my child, she is taken. Offered to a terrible demon below. Goblins. He spits the word goblins. He shakes it and tears both of his eyes. We were never friends. We were never enemies like this. I understand their hate. Why do they care about demons and caves? Goblins are mining the old mines. They're hunting for the crown of the power of the crown of kings, but the mines are guarded by old demons. Chief nods, and will buy their skin. They buy their skin with ours. He gets to his feet. Rescue your daughter, and you will be great reward. Just as I Svins, who are taking no chances, grab you by your arms and haul you to your feet. Let's go rescue her. Crack in the ground. You were led along a short pathway through the forest to a crack in the ground. One Sven has brought a rope and another a basket. They're preparing to lower you into the pit of the earth itself. Take the adventure. You wait until they're ready and step into the basket. The chief nods to you with respect. Watch the darkness, he declares, and they start to lower you down. From your shoulders, Jane murmurs, We're in trouble now. He shivers. You don't realize. You can't use magic with me around. I'm not going anywhere. You hit the floor with a thud and peer into the darkness. Your eyes can make out nothing with it, but a slight breeze suggests endless space in all directions. You're blind, helpless, trapped. Something clatters down your feet above. One Sphinx shouts you something above. Feel on the ground. You crouch down and feel on your feet until your hand closes on the base of something. You pick it up. It's a drywood torch. Something else falls from above and strikes at tinderbox. What's the voice? Feel around to the tinderbox. From the bruise in your head, you reach down and find the tinderbox. Light the torch. Strike a light in the torch blade. And the torch blazes into flame. Where below, you can see now that you're in a large cavern, wide and deep. At the far end, passageways disappear. Far and left. There's an even rockfall at the far end of the cavern. Through an uneven rockfall at the far end of the cavern, you hear a murmur. Oh, I forget which way we go. Listen by the rocks. You clamber over the rocks to the edge of the cavern to investigate the sound. It's whimpering coming from the other side of the pile. This Finn girl, perhaps. She came this way, but then the path is walked. You'll have to find another way to reach her. Go left. Go left, creep slowly into the darkness. You're straining for the sound of approaching throat, but you hear his chains quiet whimpering. Fastest way slip down the throat and ends in a T-junction. Stones attacked on top of each other. It's the wall here. Let's examine the stones. Nothing special about the stones since they're on top of each other. Go left. You take the left passage. The tunnel turns and bends sharply. It's carved by a river now long since dried away. You lose all sense of which way is which, except the way to go forward or the tunnel splits. There's a stacked pair of stones here as well. Keep going left. The going is clearly more different because the tunnel is climbing up a sharp gradient. Those stones rattle and roll away downwards in the darkness. The high point, the passage you are following, finishes in a fork. As you enter, two stones roll away down the slope. Go left. The cable is crushed in close. The rock is squeezing you to death. The shoulders rub against your shoulder. The shoulders rub against the walls. When you feel certain you can go no further, the path you're creeping against forks again. Another pair of stones are stacked in one corner. Go left. Follow the passageway and you hear an echo whimpering in the corridor. The torchlight falls against a frail shape, hiding in the shadows of the young spin girl, stacking stones into hundreds of little towers. Now look for traps. You run the torchlight along the walls of the cavern. No switches or triggers that you can see. The girl watches you with silent fear. And then the torchlight falls in a deep crack in the rock. A claw mark. There's a loud roaring from the mouth of the short cavern. Walls begin to shake and crumble. The spin stone tower topple and clatter. Lost my place. The spin stone towers topple and clatter. If you're one side of the gap in the rubble, it begins to open, letting through a mean-shaped life. If you can head for it, the roaring sound is joined by screams of the spin girl. You turn slowly, peer into the gloom back into is something moving, something coming closer. Perhaps it's the wind of the rushing to the tunnels. Something's coming. Prepare for it. You hear the scrabbling sound of the claws and rock, and from the exit, the tunnel is blocked by a dark and looming shape. A manticore, huge and terrible, stands between the light and howling in bloody rage. That looks terrifying. Look at the creature. Manticore is a foul hybrid created with evil sources of old and seeped into bitter self-hatred. It's a lion's body and tail of a scorpion. But its face of that of an old man, his thoughts are cruel and resentful. As it sees you, rear its back. Flapping two enormous wings on its back. Jane's here, we can't use magic. We gotta fight him. You draw your sword and close the beast tightly close in the terrible sting. Let's charge. Oh no. Oh no. You swear the teeth bared, you're determined that you would not die down here. You plant your feet and ready a mighty sword swing. That's all, and the manticore pounces, all claws off the ground and part to plunge in your flesh. Chased by the side of the wide, you're knocking out painfully. The girl screams in alarm. We'll defeat this guy, don't worry. Drawings are so good. I know, I love the drawings in this game. They're amazing. Creature snarls and snaps with jaws. You must finish the monster before it finishes you. Standing firm, you take a mighty stroke against the monster just as the manticore pounds its tail down in a hammer stroke. You push your sword into its exposed belly. It curses you in almost human tongue. Manticore shifts away its enormous open jaws, which it looks so human, but contains a possible number of teeth, dripping away with saliva and blood. Sidestepping, you slash out at the manticore, catching a light blow. The beast growls at you, the walls shiver with its fury. The swing girl edges nearer, as if thinking of scratching the creature with her claws. It's scared, she whispers to you. You might not believe it, but you've scared it. Let's keep going. Fainting left, you slice at the manticore, slipping a light scratch past its outstretched claws. Wait, not defending might have been a good idea. You smell the creature going enraged, and you drop quickly away. Manticore makes a nasty wipe with fearsome claws, but you duck and escape real injury. Let's go. Oh no. We're losing stamina. The manticore moves quickly. And strikes so fast with scorpion sting you can barely see it move. Have only a heartbeat to escape. Your own tag is forgotten if you gain your balance. You're gasping for creature's relentless assault and sheer range of much for you to take. Chops and grinds, teeth an expression of grinding frown. Let's keep attacking. Getting it down, let's go. There into the cave, it's hard to read the monster's intentions, but you cannot wait forever. Dropping your weight, you shove a heavy swing at the vile beast. Kenshin Manticore's passing cut is injured and angry. The monster rears up, opens its back legs, and opens swings to fill the room. Oh no. Damn it. Monster pounds against monster for knocking you over. You can defend yourself best you can. Oh no. We're not doing too hot here. The creature whips out its vicious tail. You parry swiftly. Creature switches wide jaws and roars. Get in there. We're at 3. Test the creature. Quick as flash. You slash the manticore. Then you quick jab past the tail. The creature crashes against the wall. One wall. Arcturus pours in his back. Tries to shake it. It stumbles. You can barely. No, the foul beast is weakening. It roars. You can shake with. It shakes with its anger. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We can do it. We're close. Sidestepping. You slash your manticore, catching a light blow. It's stinging so you can leak a foul smelling green ooze. Oh no, we're one. Can you get it? Ooh. Enemy reacts fast, whips its sting so sharply you only instant react. You dodge back, you stagger back. The back of the gigantic sting knocking you flying across the cave room. The girl is shaking with fear. You know she's seen heroes defeated before. The manticore gashes its jaws, ridding itself of the taste of your bones. Go for its throat. Let's go. It's so close. You spy an opening in the battle to the death. Openings cannot be wasted. Dodging the right, so the manticore slipping past its outstretched rings. He roars in fury. We're dead. Manticore slashes you with savage claws. Its fangirl screams. When you see the giant sting plunging down towards your forehead, we can see you're too slow to roll it. The way the sting lands is forcing a hammer roll, piercing your skull, asking if you're the pumping of burning poison as your ring. Okay, let's go. We can do it. Full strength. We're fucked. Sorry. I don't swear normally. We're fucked. Okay. So we defend attack. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. It's kind of back and forth defending and attacking. Attack. Defend. Attack. Defend. Okay. So we attack. Oh no, it's different every time. Oh no, let's attack again. No, we're doing too well this round. It's a hard enemy to get past. You need to defend more often. I'm not sure when to defend or when to attack. Defend. Shoot. We're dead. Okay. Let's keep going. This is gonna take a while, but we can do it. Get defend first. Oh, that was a good idea. Charge. Yeah. Attack. Yeah, boy. Attack. Attack. No, I should have defended the round. Attack. No, we should have defended. Doing better than the other times, though. Oh, should defend it. So 4, we're at 8. We're at 6. We're at 4 and 4. 2. Come on. We're both at 2. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get it? Got it! We're at 2, but we're alive and I'm happy. We did it! I don't want to try again because we're literally like gonna die otherwise. Quick as a leaping fish, you slide through the manticore. Your sword's blades don't seem to be possessed, finding its way past the manticore's sweeping claws into her thick hide and down its ancient cruel heart. For a moment, it howls loud enough to make the wall shake, then everything falls quiet. Let's continue. I'm alive. Aberration's gonna eat after this. The only noise in the chamber is the hammering of your heart and the quick breathing of the Sphin girl. Then the Mennonite breaks out to you in a loud cheer, whooping and punching the air. You bow to him. Thank you, the Sphin girl murmurs and tugging your arm this way. Right to the gap in the rocks to the pool of sunlight in the first cavern. Escape! We lived! A torch opened your crowd attention. Tell the girl to call up. Girl, call to your father. The Sphin girl nods mutely and balls itself and Frostius, I'm here. So the girl drops down a rope with a basket and getting together. Chief calls him. We'll pull you both up. Send the girl up first. You left the basket in the cup. The girl into the basket and call it. Haul away. The Sphinx give a great cry, beginning to pull the basket and spinning as it goes. The girl waves, she's disappeared and then she's gone. Nothing. Oh no. Left us to die. Jane whispers, shivering on your shoulder. And we passes no sign. So nothing, no sound of movement or sign. Whips from above. The tunnel echoes very slightly noised in depth. For the manticore's not alone. Start to climb. Abandon you to your fate, disagreeable creatures. The promises gift from words were all hollow. Suddenly your torch, you begin to try and scale the rocky walls. The long, difficult time you're tired, you can expect to make it, but you have no choice. Shadow falls in the entrance, they're sealing up. No! And falls. A rope with the basket. You clamber in quickly and they haul you up. Above ground, the chief of helping you into the grass, his dart with him clutching his hand. Abdar tells you to fight bravely. For that, I am grateful. I invite you back. I invite you with us back to Torpani. Will you come? Yes. Let's go to Torpani. A little generosity cannot hurt you, and I will come. He's entered the village. Hey, our Santa's returned. You're up in celebration. Hey. Dang, that detail. Wow. You're given a place to stay and recuperate from the long journey. Your long journey. A visit to the healing priest treats your wounds, and when you emerge, it is to find the village, before so somber and silent, now full of life. Flowers are tied every rooftop, and bands of spins are playing music on long, strangely shaped lyres. You're whisked away into the dance of the prostitute's daughter before the chief can welcome you to the feast. This night is glorious. Whoa, we got a bunch of gold. We still have one ration, though. The night you sleep heavily and rise the next morning to continue your journey. The chief meets you before you go. My good friend, he declares, you've saved us. He presses 2 gifts into your hands. A pouch of 10 gold pieces, a fortune for a place like this, and a key. This opens the south gate of the city of Kare. He tells you, I hope it is good use. Time to go. You take your leave. The path winds down from Torpani, and soon enough you're a downward slope, away from the Shanamonti hills, through the steep rice fields. As you walk, you feel for the first time the loneliness of path ahead of you. Kare is a busy city and is cruel. I had a notification there. Kare is a busy city and is cruel. And beyond Kare, there's nothing but vicious wasteland. You have no one to trust in the days ahead. Walk on. For a brief moment, up the hills above the path, you fancy you see a figure stealing its way along some high and secret route. A figure all in black, but when you shade your eyes against the sun, whatever was there has disappeared. In the distance rises the wall of a great city, the first of true stonework you've seen since the ruins of the giant city in the hills. From your shoulder you feel Jane hop away into the air. I didn't mind the manticore, he hisses, but this place I'm afraid of. Take care, you'll need it. And he buzzes away and this guy is gone. You wonder if you'll ever see him again. I wonder if we will. Continue. To Kare! We're going to Kare! Woo! We did it. I want to check my items first. Keys. Oh yeah, we have the Kare City Gate. Magical items. We have 3 giant's teeth. Treasure. We have 14 gold pieces. Weapons. We have our sword. Rations. We just have our 1 meal. Save that. Spellbook. We have all the normal stuff. I think. Oh, fog! We have fog! Yob, sus, love, fuck, zap. Zap, foff, log, dumb, hot wall. To Kare! You ready, gamers? We're going to Kare. To Kare! Is that the first book? Your journey through the Shawnmonte Hills is complete. Along the way, you gain the friendship of Flanker the Assassin, been given the keys to the gates of Kare. You collected a few magical artifacts, 3 giant's teeth. You're still armed with your only sword, have 1 ration, 14 gold pieces, and a spellbook. Let's go! The adventure continues in Sorcery 2. The city of Sorcery 2, Kare, city port of traps. Out now. Save to Cloud. Okay, thanks. Okay, I'll wait till we get to a screen where we can end it there. That's the end of the first book. We'll do the second book probably in multiple streams because the rest of the books from now on are stronger, or not stronger. Well, they're longer. So we probably won't have time to finish them one sitting. This is the shorter of the 3, I know from the length of RT's streams. So the rest of them will fit probably in multiple sittings over the course of the next couple months. Maybe not even till summer. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. If I can carve out time for it, we'll play it. Okay? So, we'll see. Because this is a lot of fun. I enjoyed this. It's actually kind of easy, quote-unquote easy for a game. Like, there's not too many, like, complicated mechanics you have to memorize. You know? So for me, who's a baby gamer, who's barely played any video games, it's wonderful to play a game that's like, it's pretty self-explanatory what you can do, like how to like defeat enemies and stuff. And you can like take any route you want. And it's like, it's a story-based game, and I love story-based games, and I love this. No wonder like this is, like, Sorcery is like my favorite playthrough of like RTs. Because it's a story-based game and it's actually really good. And I love the art style in this game. The Crown of Kings has been stolen by the Archmage, taken across the Balklands to Mampig. You've been set to get it back. Should you fail, the whole of Kakaban will surely fall. A journey began. From the outpost at Analand, you cross the Shantamutani Hills. Along the way, you spared the life of a defeated assassin, traveled a Minimite who almost cost you your life, and fought and killed the dreaded Manticore. You faced starvation and deadly traps. A test of character. To survive, you used your blade often, but always acted cautiously with honor and compassion. Your spirit guide changed as you changed, becoming the whale. Now all of that seems a distant memory, for you're approaching Kare, the city port of traps. Circles. Founded on a ford of the Javaji River, Kare was once a camp for the pirates who ambushed merchants sailing from Lake Lume to the sea. But the camp grew and became a village. The village became a town. Now Kare is a magnet for ne'er-do-wells and thieves, ruled over by a council of villains. Cannot be avoided. This game is in sale on Steam right now. Get it, get it, get it. I highly recommend. Get it. I hope it's not too much. I got this when I was on sale too, like all the books. I highly recommend. Get it, please. It's so good. You would go around it if you could, but on the far side of the north gate, the only entrance to the Balklands, and the next stage of your journey. For the good of the kingdom, you must enter the city port of traps and make it out alive. This is the second book. We're gonna end it here though, so don't get too excited. You really want to? Oh, please do. I don't know how much it is, but please do. If you can afford it, get it. I highly recommend. Oh, we're in Kare now. We're going to Kare. RT left the city to burn, so let's see what we do. Let's see. How do I I need my options. Okay, I'll end it. I'll pause it once we get to like a place where I can do that. I'm not sure when I can get to a place to do that. Also, Nightbot says to hydrate. You gotta hydrate. Burn it. Burn it. We'll see. We'll see if we want to burn it or not. I do need water after reading out loud for a while. Here we go. Twilight already. The great city of Kara has loomed large in the horizon all day, but it's been slow to reach. The path tracing great loops back and forth through a deep and narrow pass. Well, there's Kara. Also, the detail in this game is astounding. It's a really pretty art style. It's extremely detailed. I do want to draw more in this art style. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let's walk on. I'll pause when I get to a place I can. And then end the stream there. I doubt anyone I know is going. But we'll see. It's like 3, 4 in the morning in Europe. And so, unless Mythical or Febreze are still going, I might raid them. If they're still going. It's been like almost 3 hours, so. All 4 books are €10. That's an insane deal. Get them, please. That's an amazing deal. It's worth it, 100%. I recommend getting that. That's an incredible deal right there. Highly recommend. They're amazing. They're a lot of fun. I recommend taking breaks through like some of them because they're ridiculously long, but they're a lot of fun. Very enjoyable. Highly enjoy them. Highly recommend, please. And do tweet out RT if you actually play them. I'll try to probably send a tweet to send out tomorrow morning or something. For him to be like, hey, I played the first Sorcery book and it was amazing. Yeah. You can also replay them. That's another thing. You can replay them multiple times too. Get many different endings or choose your own adventure. Excuse me. The choose your own adventure book, so you can replay as many times as you want. You can get so many different endings and like seek different paths and stuff. It's quite a lovely book, and it's like it's quite a lovely series, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it as a viewer, and I'm really enjoying it as a player right now, and that's just amazing. Like even though like I've said before, I'm like half blind going into these games. I still really enjoy it because they're so vast. I don't remember every single tiny detail. I remember like the major points. And so it's really fun to play through like all of this on my own. It's so good. I love it so much. You've not seen a living soul except for once, when a dark figure raced across hilltops overhead and was lost from view. That might be our friend, actually. So naturally you are cautious when you round a bend in the path and see a beggar crouched against the rock, muttering to himself. There we go. It's... I hope it's saved. Let's quit. Let's quit. Okay, there we go. Let's hope it's saved. I hope it served. I think it did save. Let's go to the end screen. There we go. So yeah. Very anticlimactic ending, I know. Don't know how you can like close it without like ruining it, you know. Right, I don't know. I think it did save because I hit like cloud save. I mean, it should auto save, you know. Makes sense. I think it saved. I'm like 99% certain it saved. So I'm hoping it did. If not, oh well. I can always replay it on my own. So yeah. Cross those fingies, hoping it saved. I'm pretty sure it did. So yeah. Thank you all very much for stopping by the stream tonight. Thank you for hopping by today and earlier today too. We did a double stream again today. You guys want to stop by the stream? Staying up watching it? Everyone who stopped by, thank you for stopping by. Ick, you should probably go to bed now. But I highly recommend the games. They're amazing. And yeah. This was a lot of fun. Actually, I might stream a third time. Maybe in like whenever Mythical gets back from what she's doing. Maybe. We might do a tiny tour stream. Or not. We might just do it on our own. I don't know. We might do something like that. Hi, Crow. It's good to see you. Yeah. That was a good stream. It's a great one. So yeah. There may or may not be another like third tiny stream. Like in a bit. Once Mythical comes back from what she's doing. Maybe. If not, I'll just play Terraria on my own with Mythical. But we might stream it. Maybe. There's no guarantee on that. You were drawing, but you were here. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I hope drawing went well for you. So yeah, this has been lovely. Like, Sorcery's so good. I love it. I loved it as a viewer and I love it as a player, and that's amazing. Like, how many experiences do you get that with games? Like, it's so good. So yeah. There's like a 50-50 chance. I'll be streaming it again in, like, today, as in Saturday today. Like, with Mythical doing Terraria, but that's not a guarantee for sure. Because I'm gonna be playing Terraria with Mythical regardless. But if it's on stream or not is just depending on how she's doing. There's a 50-50 chance. It's a 50-50 chance on that. Regardless, for certain, the next stream is gonna be Monday at, or hopefully earlier in like the morning. Like earlier than what it was today. Today was a bit late. It was start like 3-4 hours earlier than it was. No, a couple of hours, like 2 hours or so earlier. Like the normal time, you know. I've been talking for too long. So basically, like, yeah, early than it has been. And that'll be the last early one for a while. Because classes and work and stuff, so haha. And then next week I'll get out the January. I'll update the January schedule and all that fun stuff. So I'll put out a notice for that too. Anyway, we're in eerie silence. Thank you all very much for stopping by the stream today. It was great to see you all as ever. If you ever stop by, thank you to 2511 and Maddie Bird for following the stream. Too lazy to do the credits. And so, thank you all for coming by. I'm glad I got Sorcery working so we could stream it. I'm very happy about that. Because Sorcery was amazing and I loved it. Yeah, and I obviously won't be able to catch it if you do it because it's going to be like late, continually late because you should sleep. Next stream if you do this, yeah. Be great. And I'll probably stream with Mythical some other time too. And Mythical's in Australia, so the time zones don't work out perfectly for hardly anyone. So if I do stream with Mythical sometime, it'll be like at this time. So late for a lot of us. But it'll be fun. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all very much for stopping by the stream today. Hope you have a lovely day and a lovely night and all that fun stuff. And I will see you all on most likely Monday. And so yeah. I highly doubt anyone I know is streaming. It's that time. Usually when it gets this late, like, no one I know is streaming. I think the dash ducks are going. Is that about it? They're the only ones going. Let's double check. If the dash ducks the only ones going. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they're ducks. They exist. Let's see. Who's going? Yep, just the dash ducks. It's like, when it comes to like this time of